Okay, we got this is it. We're done. $6.99, 700, and now Anthony brought up a good point. We're going to look at some crazy stuff happened at the end, One Piece-ish, at the end of 700. But on One Piece, page 1, Anthony brought up, which we've looked at. We've got some interesting things going on that page. Anthony, you want to lead us through on page 1 of One Piece? We're talking. We're talking Naruto. It's just there's references on page 1 of One Piece. All right, knock it out.
Yeah, they got like Naruto references all over the page. In the One Piece logo at the top, there's the Konoha symbol for the O, and typically in One Piece the I has Luffy, like a silhouette of Luffy, but in here it's Naruto. You got Naruto, who's, well, I guess people are speculating that's Naruto. It pretty much looks like him, but he's obscured behind Nami, and she's got like a Konoha dress on, and they're both eating each other's favorite food, and then you got the little Uzumaki symbol on the little nine-tailed fox at the bottom. And I've heard on a few videos today that the writing in the background has been translated as like kind of a thank you to Naruto for all your hard work, something along those lines. So it's kind of like almost like an equivalent exchange thing. You got the Jolly Roger symbol at the end of 700 in Naruto, and then you got the first page in One Piece 766, Oda giving homage to Naruto. So I thought it was a really cool send-off from another prevalent author in the shonen genre.
For a long time ago, what I heard was that Oda was going to use the name Naruto for one of his characters, and then he heard that Kishimoto was going to name his entire manga that, and he stopped. So I guess there's some relationship between Oda and Kishimoto or something. They know each other, I guess, pretty well.
Yeah, for Neverworld, he posted on Facebook. He had like a long list of all these comments from other mangaka from Shonen or from the Jump magazine. Just a bunch of comments of thanking Kishimoto for his 15 years of publication, and there was one. Actually, I can pull it up right now. There was one from Oda where he thanks Kishimoto, and pretty much he's like, "Thank you, my friend and rival, for the last 15 years of publication," which is it's kind of interesting that he refers to him as his friend and his rival.
Yeah, well, in the Japanese sense, that'd be kind of more of a, like your best friend that you're trying to compete with, right?
Yeah. Yes. So that that suggests that they had probably like a friendly kind of thing going on, like a challenge between each other, and I don't know. I like it when there's like these crossovers between, these shonen stories. I like how they're aware of each other. They're self-aware that this is fiction, and they can cross over every now and then and give each other little high fives between their series.
Well, we'll just throw this in. There's another news. We had to get the chapters. Was it Attack on Titan is having some crossover with Marvel Comics? It's actually going to be a crossover with that.
Yeah, that's a trip with Spider-Man, and I guess the Avengers are supposed to appear in it too, which is very cool.
It's interesting. All right, now let's go ahead and jump into the chapter. Anthony, once again, appreciate it.
No problem.
Advice, we still can't hear you if you're talking. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into $6.99. Now we got the first thing, and like I said, we're going to try to fly through this. Okay. Now we've got the hands, the broken statues, the hands, the symbol of reconciliation, Madara's statue, Hashirama's. We got Naruto and Sasuke. Any comments?
Very symbolic. It was very cool. I did like it.
Very symbolic, smiling with their arms missing. So this is the reconciliation. All right, and now we get to the page where we've got Kakashi leaning on Sakura. Okay, and they go there, and Sakura-chan, and it's always interesting how much respect Naruto gives Sakura, and it's the true love triangle, right? And she gives it to Sasuke, and Sasuke, is now giving it to Naruto. So it's completely missing each other.
Twisted relationship.
Very much so. And then she's healing their stumps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stop the bleeding. And then he starts with, "I'm sorry for everything." And now we have, and this is a big thing because I go more into life in the boot camp. I think this is Sasuke gone soft. The transition doesn't work for me, but we're there. You know, I needed to see. It's just like a lot of things that have, I needed to see the progression. I can't just switches get flicked and hey, I'm sorry for everything. I have a hard time with it.
I'm with you on that page. I feel like the transition was so fast and it wasn't developed properly. I know it had to happen, right? Like it had to happen in some capacity, but I just don't think he went about it the right way, Kishimoto. But there it is.
There it is. There it is. And then at the very bottom, we've got like a flashback when they were kids, and so we get the nostalgia. So we've got a lot of things working in here. Again, there's the nostalgia. Sakura's healing him, and
That's the part when Kakashi is being reminded when there was little kids.
right.
Yeah,
it was a good panel. And like I said, I'm flying through here. And then I've already got through. See, they're finally returned. Naruto. I now remember those words you once said to me at Sasuke. So we've got a lot of this, And then we go to the part where everybody's hanging, like, fruit off of the big tree, right? And everybody starts getting unwrapped, right? And it shows at the bottom the symbol holding hands together, pushing the symbols together. They're releasing everybody, right?
Yeah. I really feel like all this is going to work infinitely better in the anime. Just want to stress that.
Sure. Sure. So we're seeing everybody. Like I say, I'm flying through it. We got people getting released. A lot of different people getting released. Okay, still flying through more pages. I'm like on page 11. Hinata. We were alone and starved of love. Kids that lived in a world full of hate. Okay, and now this part is the first thing I'd like to engage a little bit. Okay. It's Minato. I can't, the whole thing with the Zetsu.
It's Yamato.
What's going on there?
It looks like the Spiral Zetsu is like reaching for him.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of, it doesn't have the strength to do what it needs to do and just kind of crumbles away.
Yeah. And now the thing is did it crumble away because it just lost strength, or he grabbed something and he did something with his hand there and sucked the life out of it?
That's a good question. I don't...
Because he's a nature energy guy, right?
I guess it was that Black Zetsu was at like the edge of his moment and it was trying to grab him, and he grabbed some type of wooden part of him and then started like sucked it, pretty much like a drink, and then it died.
Yeah.
That's how I'm thinking it.
Yeah, so one way or the other there. And then we go to the next page. We've got the gourd. Okay, and then the two people for
Cloud Village.
Yeah, they got popped back out rather easy, so you can just bring them out. It was interesting. And so a lot of things. I mean, just a lot of stuff. Like I said, there's moments it felt like he was creating filler, and then he just squeezes a whole bunch of stuff into one chapter.
See, all this stuff could have been like infinitely stretched. He's covering so much ground in just one page. I mean, this whole chapter, or half of this chapter, effectively ends the war. And if you wanted to, which I think it would have dragged eventually, but if you wanted to, he could have made that 3 or 4 chapters of people being released and little mini stories being wrapped up, like maybe for instance seeing Kabuto reunite with his brother or something like that. Like you could have had all these little mini things happening, but he just like flew over it very fast, which I don't know if I like it or dislike it, but it is what it is.
I don't like his pacing. It's if Kishimoto was driving a car, he would be doing 30 on a highway. then he'd be doing 150. This is
on the side street.
on the side street. This is what he does. I mean, it's just you sit there and you're like, why are you creating filler? Why are you stretching this? I mean, the only thing I can think of is he's trying to hit like the anime episodes or something, and he's trying to. I think maybe this is a problem with him, is he's trying to hit anime and he's trying to hit end of chapters in a certain way, and he's like, well, okay, I want to end it this way, but I can only, I got to stretch it out, or I want to end it this way, and I got to condense everything, and that's why the pacing's so off and crazy. So I mean, that may be what it is. I don't know.
He's giving ammo. At the very least, he's giving ammo for the anime. So because I mean, each one of these pages or each one of these panels, like you see the panel with Ino, Sai, and Kiba, and they're getting unwrapped. Maybe there could be a little conversation there, and then you have the thing with Hinata at the top, and then the thing with Yamato we just talked about, that could maybe be stretched into like 5-10 minutes into an anime episode. So if anything, the anime has a lot of they have a lot of content to work with to stretch out if they really wanted to. So like I said, I feel like the pacing is going to be infinitely better in the anime.
I think so. Yeah, we've seen before, like Hunter x Hunter, the ability of a really good animator to really magnify and make it even better. So
yeah, true.
Okay, the Nine-Tailed Fox coming out. Okay, a little bit. Like I said, I'm gonna nitpick a little bit here. Nine-Tailed Fox comes out. I'm sure he's heard and seen everything, but I would almost think he'd be like, Sasuke, if you ever do that again, I'm gonna freaking kill you. I think there'd be some animosity, right? Some little bit like, I'm gonna, something. He would definitely be Sasuke. Don't even think of that shit again. So, but instead,
he's probably used to it. I mean, he's been controlled by individuals throughout history forever.
I guess so. That's why I was pissed though. But now he's in the moment. I understand your pain too, Naruto, and you never abandoned me no matter what. You never gave up on me. Nine-Tails is like, yeah, you're cool.
I guess Naruto kept his promise, because there was like an episode in the anime, and with Naruto talking to Kurama, he said, I'm gonna take all the hatred out of you. I guess that's that closure for it.
Yeah, that sounds right. And then we got the funerals. Right?
Yeah, they do a massive skip here. I wonder how long after this funeral is.
And that was
the last page.
Right, and that's you've noticed with most time skips that go like 3 years, 10 years. They tell you something, right? They should have done that.
This gives nothing. Just leaves it all open to interpretation, which I don't. I have that attitude that King Lightning has. Just ride out, It's the end. Let's just ride out. Who cares?
Okay, now we get to the whole thing. Well, I'll be honest with you. Under normal circumstances, you'd be in prison for life. This is Kakashi talking about Sasuke. But the only reason you've been pardoned is because of your assistance, and then doing, the Tsukuyomi, and then try not to forget, however, that all this is thanks to Naruto. I mean, he is the hero of the war, and well, I did put in a few comments for the 6th Hokage, so take it easy and don't go crazy on me again. It'll be my head this time,
It's my second favorite part of the chapter. I like how they addressed. They didn't just let Sasuke walk away. They addressed that, hey, you're still an international criminal here.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can. Can you hear us?
Hey. Yeah, I resented that.
Which thing?
Yeah, granted, Sasuke has made mistakes. But to give all the credit to Naruto when Sasuke was clearly instrumental, not even in just the Tsukuyomi, but I mean, that war was basically lost before Sasuke showed up with the Hokage.
Yeah, well, so you thought they... Well, I mean, they said he's on probation. He's on, international criminal probation, I guess.
I guess. Do you think, is he banned from the village, or is he still allowed to live there?
Oh, he's he's procreating with Sakura in the village, so I guess he's got enough time to do that. He's probably, in their leisurely.
I think it's self-imposed exile. And plus he, I know he was he was shafted in the credit, but all of his crimes throughout the series are pardoned. That is one hell of a gift. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's gonna be like how Jiraiya is, like how he goes all over the place, and then he just pops up in the Elite Village, like just here and there, and then just leaves again.
That sounds right. I like
That's
that.
interesting that he adopted
Traveling
Jiraiya's.
stage. I like it. I like it. A good shot. And Sakura is she's. I got to throw this in here. There's a psychology to this. Sakura has landed the bad boy. Right? She's landed the alpha male. Okay, but because he's an alpha male, there's so much out there that he isn't going to stick with her. So now he's going to go off and do his. I'm sorry, I just had to throw a little psychology stuff in there.
He's the player, man.
Yeah, he's going to go out and do, his alpha male stuff around the world. And
so is Oates.
So is Oates. And she knows. I mean, that's the thing. She may be pissed. And what's funny is when she gets pissed, it's at men in general, not at him specifically. Even though he specifically is the one that's creating the problem. So what do you guys think about the prosthetic hand from Hashirama's cells? How many times has that been a joke?
They solve all problems, Steve.
All problems. Need an arm, this, whatever. So.
Key to life. Everything is unlocked by Hashirama's cells.
Well, let me. Well, wait a minute, Gem Spice. Let me make sure I got this right. So you thought they left Sasuke off way too easy.
No, I thought the pardon was fitting. I thought it was to be expected, but I just didn't like. If this translation is correct, that Kakashi was basically saying, well, you helped dispel the Tsukiyomi, but Naruto's the hero here. And it's like, really? Really? Did he forget what was going on before Sasuke even showed up to the battlefield? And I can't believe that people are even still holding a grudge against Sasuke once they watched him fight alongside Naruto. However, I get it. This whole revolution thing kind of.
So it's giving Naruto too much credit. That's your problem.
I think Naruto is absolutely deserving of his credit, but I'm just saying, if you compare this and the last page of chapter 700, Kishi basically erases Sasuke from the whole story and gives all the credit to Naruto. Naruto didn't, win this war by himself. Sasuke was incredibly instrumental, so I don't feel as though they're giving Sasuke enough credit for his role in the war. Although, he did have his ulterior motives, but still, they don't know that.
It would be funny if he said that himself. Sasuke said that. It was like, well, if it wasn't for me coming into the battlefield, this all would have been wiped out.
Right, but I guess he's all humble now, and well, I guess we'll get to that later. I love the chapter, but I sure have my complaints.
You don't like humble Sasuke?
I think he was too I like Sasuke with an edge. I like Sasuke fighting for good, but I like him to have an edge, and I like the Sasuke who could potentially stand against Naruto if he doesn't agree with his approach, although they're working toward the same goal. And this Sasuke, I mean, he's basically another Gaara talking about how Naruto saved him and everything. This Sasuke, he's not gonna, put Naruto in his place, and the dynamics have. I wanted to go back to the part 1 dynamics, where Sasuke, would call Naruto a native and punch him in the head, but he would always back up Naruto because he knows, that Naruto, there's something special about him. But with all this, it's like, yeah, he saved me, and, now I'm just another Naruto Kool-Aid drinker. I don't like that.
So you wanted to be Batman, essentially.
So life in the boot was right. He's gone soft. Sasuke's gone soft. And this is what I don't know if you heard it before, but the transition, we talked about this before, the transition to where Sasuke's at now we had. I mean, if Sasuke's going to get there here, we have to see the transition.
Right.
A switch was flicked and it went, and now it's like, okay, go. Now you're emo. What? You were the bad boy. Now I'm emo. What? How did we get here?
You know what would have been a better ending for Sasuke if he was like another advisor to Naruto along with Shikamaru. So that
Right,
would
now we're getting to chapter 700. Okay, now we're in chapter 700, Sean. So
I don't think
no, it's
that's
not.
not his angle though. You know.
No, I said that's how I want it to be.
okay, I got you. All right. Well, anything more Sasuke-ish before we?
I mean, I do want to point out that I totally see where you're coming from, Jan Spice, but I think it's more or less Naruto as a hero in like a figurehead sense. Like him being the public hero. I don't think it's as much him being the hero that he's the only one that deserves credit for the war. I almost feel like Sasuke's punishment is not getting that credit.
It's not. It's yeah. Well,
In my opinion, at least. I don't. Maybe in some effect, I think that's what they were playing at.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
But, who knows?
Well, let me put it this way. I think the issue isn't the amount of credit that Naruto got. It's the unbad boying of Sasuke.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the problem. That to me is the issue. It's him getting knocked down, not so much building up Naruto. Because I mean, to be honest, if this would have been handled better with Sasuke's character, then I don't think that would be an issue. It just okay. So moving on, and it's Sakura is just anyway. Like I said, she bagged the alpha male bad boy, and she had what it took to bag him, but not enough to hold him. So.
Persistence pays off, I guess.
So that's what it is. There it is, you know. And yeah, I mean, and look at here. He's giving her the little forehead thump, you know, from Itachi.
Yeah.
She got him. She's been going after him for 700 chapters, and she finally got him.
Hey, she got him. She procreated with him, and now he's like,
good on you, Sakura. Good on you.
That's another thing that ruined the end for me. Like, I was smiling from ear to ear, but I absolutely resent that she is the mother of his child, and
Yeah.
so obviously I've been hard on Sakura in the past, and like I have this hate respect thing for her, right? So like as a Naruto series fans, I dislike her, don't like her personality and all that.
But now she's a mother.
Pardon?
But now she's a mother.
Well, no, for me, I have a big problem with the fact that, I understand the whole unconditional love thing, and fine, I can respect that. But as a woman, I resent the fact that everything is on Sasuke's terms. So, yeah, he has changed and everything, and he did the forehead thing, which, by the way, from my interpretation, it was Itachi. Yeah, it was something special between him and Itachi, but it also symbolized Itachi keeping Sasuke at a distance. When Itachi was finally ready to embrace Sasuke, he didn't tap him on the forehead, he did forehead to forehead. And so it's like Sasuke does that one thing, and now Sakura is supposed to be, head over heels, and then he doesn't even stay with her and prove himself. It's still all about him, and she's still willing to be the doormat and sit and twiddle her thumbs waiting for him while he's out. Granted, he's out, discovering himself and everything, but everything is on his terms. And I just want Sakura to not be his doormat. I want her to, make a demand, speak up for herself.
I agree 100%.
Did you see that picture? Did that look like two mutually respected people in a relationship? She looked like her 12-year-old self. And
yeah, it didn't look like a relationship where the two parties are on equal terms. It's more like I have all the control and
because that's the reality. He's an alpha male, and if you want to go there, she's not an alpha female.
Not around.
Not at all.
She is not his equal.
Well, she was before.
Sakura's more like a Charlie or a Delta.
Yeah. She's like I say, she finagled her way into Sasuke, and I'll just repeat what I said earlier. She did what she was able to land the bad boy alpha male, but she doesn't have any skills or tools to hold on to.
Yep, and he's running the show.
He is running the show.
He could
I
come
do
back
think it
10
was
years from
interesting
now
how.
and accept him. Unbelievable.
Now, if this was a relationship between him and Tamari, we would have a very different dynamic.
Exactly.
Tamari is too smart to fall for Sasuke.
Right.
You see how this whole dynamic is? Yes. So Sakura, in my opinion, is getting exactly what she deserves. She's going to get... This is the way it works. I mean,
so how about... I mean, I'm sorry for being late, by the way.
But... No problem.
How about Karen or Karen?
Well, she was a doormat. I mean, at least she knew at least she understood that she was always going to be a doormat.
She embraced the doormat.
She loved being the doormat.
She wanted it. She got off on it.
Yeah.
And then to add insult to injury, I know I'm jumping ahead. Then they show Sakura in this like housewife kind of thing, which is like this massive stereotype.
All right, I got to bring it back, man. I got to bring it back because
I know I'm jumping ahead. I just want.
That's okay. You did it, but now we're gonna jump back. So, okay, like I said, this is why I want to fly through this rather quickly. Okay, we're on page 18. We're gonna go back, and then okay, let's keep moving. We're page 19. There's a lot of little details I want to cover, and I actually want to take a little mini break in between. There's actually a couple of things you guys can look at while we're doing that, if you don't mind. Okay, so we got Naruto. Oh, and this was huge. This gets into the big thing. Now we get the whole reconciliation, Naruto and Sasuke, and I'm returning this. Okay, giving back the headband. Okay.
Favorite part of the chapter.
Yeah, it just works. Is there anybody that didn't like this?
I liked it a lot. I thought that was pretty touching because I mean it ties into the part of Naruto I like the most, which is the before the time skip. So.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty strong ending. And like I said, of course, you guys know how. Now, okay, now we're on chapter 700, and I'm on the first page, but we're not going to start there. We're going to take like a 5-minute break or something. But while we're doing that, Anthony, do you want to walk Jam Spice and Elijah through page 1 of One Piece, the kind of crossover thing with Naruto?
Yeah. Did both of you guys check that out?
Yeah, I saw it. It was awesome.
Yeah. So you've already seen it. Have you seen it, Elijah?
Oh, what are we looking at?
We're looking at the first page of the newest One Piece chapter, which would be chapter 766.
Oh yeah, where he does like the whole the homage to Kishimoto and thanks him for doing Naruto.
It's got like Easter eggs all over the page, which I thought was incredibly awesome.
Adorable.
You know, yeah, it was great. But since you guys have already seen it, I won't dwell on it. It's very cool though.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
And it's like the equivalent exchange I was talking about with Steve earlier, how, you know, they have the Jolly Roger symbol at the end of chapter 700, but I guess we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So we're covering chapter 700 tonight?
From my understanding, yeah. Are you there, Steve?
I think he muted himself.
Unmute.
It's anarchy. Who's gonna? We need a coach.
Well,
No,
while
it's
we're here, can I rant a bit more about Sakura? Can I share my thoughts about why I support Karen being with Sasuke over Sakura being with him?
Oh, so you're still like I'm actually in that camp as well because
So am I.
Yeah.
I don't like the Sakura Sasuke pairing one bit.
It seems so messed up. You know what I mean?
It's fan service.
It's almost like
form.
It's almost like cruel to Sakura. Almost, it's unfair.
It is.
See, here's what I thought. Right? We all know Karen is a little crazy,
Right.
and I thought, given Sasuke's history, it would be cool to have a woman who clearly loves him, but who you know is also a little crazy. And when she like hugged him after he immediately forgave him, like you saw that look of discomfort on him. I think he knows that she's a little crazy. So I liked the dynamic of Sasuke knowing that he can go
Yeah,
as far
she's
with time, but then
Karen's
feeling
like
that
sort of unpredictable
1%
in
is
like how
fair.
far will she go for Sasuke and what she'll go like that would make a more interesting dynamic as a
Yeah.
couple, not just Sakura who is just like whatever you say Sasuke like all day long.
It's
And
like
how
if
and
you
how
look
ironic would it have been having
at
an
him.
Uchiha and like Uzumaki child? I'm sorry, I mean to talk over you.
Oh, sorry.
No, see, that's the thing. That's kind of what I want to mention because they talk about that a little. It's alluded to a little bit in chapter 700, and I don't want to.
I know what part you're getting at, but yeah.
Yeah.
So should I interrupt, or I'm gonna let you guys?
No,
run
no.
through it?
We were wondering if we're gonna cover 700 tonight.
I feel like you guys were going good though. I like the energy I was feeling when I got back. I'm like, all right.
Well, we seen that you were gone, so we had a chance to let loose for a second.
Wait, how did you
pure
guys talk
anarchy.
about do you guys talk about like all the spoiler images that came out right before the chapter already, or?
Oh, you mean the stuff that was all of it was confirmed?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like there was like oh it was kind of fake, but at the same time I was like oh no guys, it looks pretty legit from the movie.
All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna start pushing hard so we can get through 700, so we can just totally open up. Because there's a lot of stuff we can talk. I mean, I'll be honest with you, we could talk about a lot of this. A lot of this stuff's got more juice than I thought. Very interesting. There's some good nuggets in here. Now we're getting to the color. Okay, page 700. Okay. What do you guys think? Anything jumping out at you? And the pronunciation of his son, they call him Bolt in one, but they call him Bolt.
Felt like a burrito, I think, or something like that.
Well, there's another pronunciation. Yeah, there's another pronunciation of Japanese, stuff, as opposed to Bolt. So, well, anyway, okay. I'm sorry. What, Jim Spice?
Oh, I believe it was Boruto, and it's related.
Boruto, something like.
Yeah, it's like American food, yeah. Like, kind of like how Naruto.
Oh, I've heard it pronounced, but not like a burrito. They can sound like a burrito. Hey, burrito. Well, there's one character in here that in the manga or the stream translation, it was salad.
Is it too much to
Salida.
ask for cool names? Like, why do we get? I thought his daughter. Well, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Keep going.
Well, I think it's the translations that are killing us with the names right now.
Yeah, it's because it's for it's for the Japanese audience, not American audience. So to them, it's like, oh, that's cool. That's the American name for salad, and that's not a normal name for them. But at the same, just like it's like I think you get that initial reaction from Naruto. It's like Naruto, isn't that the stuff I eat in my ramen and stuff like that? So
Jim Spice, was there something you were wanting to say that get cut off, or?
Oh no, I was just saying that from what I read, Boruto is a reference to screw, and it's kind of like in honor of Neji, because Neji means screw, and something else about Minato.
Oh yeah, they did mention that.
I've seen that too. Yeah.
In the initial spoilers, that his one of their kids' names was Neji. So it makes sense that it's like a different, maybe it's like a different set of Japanese
Here we go.
characters.
Boruto is the Japanese pronunciation of the English word bolt, as evidenced by the bolt he wears around his neck. His name is a reference to both his father and his second cousin Neji, whose name means screw. It may also be a reference to his late paternal grandfather's named Flying Thunder God technique, as the kanji Rai can be translated as lightning bolt.
Yeah, so it's got a ton of meanings to it. So that's kind of a neat thing.
So it's
That
very
is cool.
clever, but we just say screw it because we don't like the way it sounds.
Right.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing for me was the salad. A character named Salad at the end in the
That's
stream
just
version.
I don't
And
like it.
Panda's version was Salida. So, I mean, if somebody named Salad, it's like, as a writer, it'd be like a little more effort.
Yeah.
So,
Or maybe it's a reference to like
Salt
Lee's,
Shaker or,
Leaf Village.
condiment,
Salads
and
are
condiments.
Only-
Ketchup.
Salads
So-
or leaves,
hot
you know,
sauce.
kind of.
So I'm
Yeah.
guessing you guys went through the whole manga already, right? Did I miss everything?
Well, we're actually real close to the beginning of 700, but we're trying to fly through. We're picking up certain points. We already got some interesting points of contention from 699. We kind of want to. I'd kind of like to pick back up on too, but well, anyway, that's where we're at. We're on page. And I'm on Panda, by the way. So we're only on page 2 on Panda.
Yeah, I
We're
thought the hangout was tomorrow night, so I was a little confused.
Well, it is.
Yeah,
One
we got
today and
two.
one tomorrow. So
It's
whoever
a
can,
double
nobody
whammy.
can show up. Yeah, well, nobody has to show up for tomorrow's. If they don't, then I just won't do it. But I realize that some people can't make certain times, so I said I'll make 2 of them, so I'll give everybody an opportunity, right?
It's okay. It's all right. Steve just wants to double dip.
He's the milkman.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I like the hangouts. Well, that's okay. I mean, King of Lightning.
I like the hangouts too. It's just a.
I mean, to be honest, I hear you. But yeah, yeah. So now we're getting to the interesting part where King of Lightning completely lost it. Page 3, top left.
Completely lost it.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Oh, he's been several
Ran
minutes
for like 5
laughing
minutes
so hard.
straight.
Choji's daughter.
Yeah.
Wait, are we on? We're on page
3.
Page
700.
3. Okay, hold on. Okay, cool. I thought we missed Scormuro's kid and Salad. Okay, they already showed her, like being
I like the way she looks, by the way.
Oh, Salad?
Yeah, I like
the character design.
It looks like Karen.
Yeah, but I just like the way, like the slicked back hair, and I like it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
It
cute.
does look like Karen, but I mean, okay, if she didn't have glasses, would we still be saying that? I wonder. That she looks like Karen.
She definitely has Sakura's forehead. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's
Not
true.
even.
Okay. Oh, what do you think of Anko?
Oh,
Anko's kind of.
She let herself go.
I feel
Yeah.
bad for Anko.
Well, I mean, think about it, man. She all she did, her little trait was eating sweets all the time. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah,
Whether-
literally, when her first introduction is like, that's how she fought. Like she would like shoot out her little sweet stick at you. Like seriously.
Yeah, but
That doesn't sound dirty.
she was like,
So,
definitely a badass. And
Yeah, but literally she
like-
would eat sweets and stuff like that all the time during missions and while she was training people. So it just caught up with her.
Hey girl, you want some sweet sticks?
King of Lightning got upset at that. I guess he really liked Anko, and he doesn't like the new version.
I mean, I actually don't have. A lot of people are upset of the kids' designs, but I think it'll work out fine. Like this is just a.
Actually, I think that Choji's kid has the best design because.
It's the one that works the best, to be honest. Like Scomuru's kid looks like just like Scomuru.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the accent of Temuri's eyes, I suppose, but it doesn't really work. It just looks exactly like him because of the hair.
Yeah.
And then Ino's kid is like by far the worst. It's just like he's like a little like I don't know what to say.
Ino's kid looks like an unfinished colored drawing or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't tell what kid is.
It's like he just started coloring and he's like, screw it, this is the end. I don't care anymore.
I don't have enough ink for you. You don't deserve ink. You get no ink.
No, but I mean, like,
it's literally the worst pairing like possible too. It's just like you're talking about like
it actually makes a lot of sense, inside. That's like one of the pairings that actually makes sense.
I liked it too.
I agree.
I mean, like I just don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
It just seemed kind of shallow. Who kind of does a relationship? It's like, oh yeah, you look like this one guy. Like I'm settle for you.
A lot of these designs look they seem very lazy to me.
But I mean, Ino is shallow. She's been after Sasuke the whole time, and
yeah,
and
I think. Oh yeah, because Sakura was after him. Or?
Yeah, and she pretty much that side looked like Sasuke. So there you go. And plus, there was one point in the manga where she was like, "Oh, he's really cute" or something, and so there was a little bit of something there to build up on.
It was little, but yeah, it was there. I remember that.
So that was a surprise to me. I have to say the Eno side thing was kind of wow. Okay. And they're
But I thought it was neat. It was cool.
I think Sai actually commented in the when he first appeared, how Eno was like ugly or something.
I remember that. Yeah.
So it's just kind of funny. Like, did Sai settle for Eno, or maybe see if Naruto the last movie actually develops other pairings before Hinabi gets kidnapped? That would be really cool.
I hope it does.
Well, maybe. Well, you know what's going on. Like you guys nailed it. He's like a man. He looks like Sasuke, but he's manageable. He's not going to be running all over the place.
Yeah, he can.
And as long as Sai doesn't mind every once in a while during their intimate moments being called Sasuke, I think he's going to be
okay. It had to be.
Yes, I went there.
We were all thinking that.
Okay. But no, I like that.
Wait a minute. I gotta finish. And if Eno doesn't mind also being called Sasuke every once in a
while.
Everybody wants to song.
Oh man, I'm done.
All right, so
have a good night, everyone.
So next thing.
What's up, man?
You drove me out, Steve.
You got it.
It's a comment to end all comments there.
So let me ask you guys something. Do you like the fact that Naruto's children have whiskers? Because I think it's really stupid.
I'm still pissed that neither of them have the Byakugan. That pisses me off.
Yeah, none of them have the Byakugan, right?
One of them should have had it. At least one of them. And yes, I think the whiskers are kind of stupid. I mean, I don't know, whatever. It is what. Hey.
Well, Jim, let me ask Jim Spice. What do you think about the whiskers? Wait, hold on, Sean. Jim Spice, what do you think about the whiskers?
It took some time to grow on me. When I first saw these pictures, I refused to believe they were legit because however, now that I have no choice.
Oh man!
Right the fuck out.
Byakugan goes, if you notice on Bolt's jacket, they have like a completely different symbol. So I think they kind of like created their own clan. And my prediction is that although they don't have like the white irises, that they'll still be able to activate the Byakugan and they'll be able to use the abilities, and maybe the veins will still show up, but they just have normal looking eyes.
I heard that. It sounds viable. It could be. I mean,
I am completely okay with the whiskers. Like, I saw the movie production character designs like super early, like off this Korean site, and I was like, well, I was just browsing around. I was like, oh, are these for real? And then like I was like, oh, that's really cute. I thought it was. My initial reaction was like, oh, that's cute. So it works for me. I'm not sure when they're older how it'll work when they're older, but for now I think it's fine.
I don't think
Sean, hold on, everybody, hold on. Sean, you had something you were wanting to throw in there?
Oh, I was just referring to like the Byakugan. Like Hinata, it don't look like it has a pupil, but on the little girl, it has like the white grayish color, and it got the pupil, so it looks like kind of a normal Byakugan.
You mean the little girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe I zoomed in times 500, and she has a pupil.
Yeah, but she does have the like whitish gray eyes, which I didn't notice till now.
Oh, in this version, I'm using the manga stream version, and both her and Bolt's eyes are blue.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the whole. They definitely have Naruto's face.
in the panda version, which I'm looking at right now, she clearly has gray eyes. I don't know. I may be colorblind, but I don't know. Maybe it's different between.
When it comes out on Monday.
Yeah, I guess we'll.
No, mine's are blue too. I'm not sure.
And you're on Manga Stream? I mean,
Yeah,
Manga Panda?
I'm on manga stream, but I mean it might be
Okay.
different.
Yeah, see, I'm on Panda, so it could be either a difference or
Or they
or I'm very
it might be
colorblind.
bad scan because I mean even in the movie production, character designs their eyes are blue. So
Yeah,
Alright.
it's blue. But I was saying like I don't get how they could have whiskers because like the only reason Naruto had whiskers was because Kushina was pregnant with him, you know, when she was the Jinchuriki. So Hinata should not have been affected by that. That doesn't make, and if Hinata was affected by that, then like why wouldn't any other woman that was
to
in
be
the
fair
war
though,
with chakra?
they never explained Naruto's whiskers either. He just kind of had them. Like
No,
you
they
just kind of assumed that it was because of the nine tails that he had.
Yeah, we've been filling in the blanks for Kishimoto. Just like me, like right now, I could say, well, because Naruto's got Nine Tails chakra in him, you know, when he was, you know,
Well, it was
conceiving
kind
his
Steve,
kids.
no, Steve.
it was kind of explained because, like Mike just said that Kushina had the tail beast inside her when she was pregnant with him, so that's why the whiskers carried over.
Yeah, they actually say that in the manga. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if they say it. I can't remember, but I know that makes sense. You know.
But anyway, yeah, I just think like like
I guess that much, but
it's like an asshole, really.
Are we looking at the next page? Are we at the funeral?
no, we got to get down to Rock Lee at the bottom and his kid.
Yeah.
Come on.
That is so cool. I like that. I like that the best. Rock Lee is
Youth.
So I think it's safe to say that Tenten must be the mother since she's the one that's right after that, right? Wouldn't you think?
maybe.
Oh, Temtem seems like a lesbian to me.
It's the short hair,
Seems
right?
like what? Yes, Spice, what?
Oh, Temtem seems kind of like I always pictured her as a lesbian. I didn't think.
Hey, there was that anime filler when she was like idolizing Tsunade, so hey, maybe something there.
I don't think so.
All right.
There was, I think it was in For Neverworld's video. He made, or I don't know, someone's video made an interesting point that maybe after Sasuke left the village, that Sakura went with Lee, so she's like the mother of both children. Which I don't know if
That's so retarded.
hey, it's just the theory I read. You know, so I'm not saying I believe it, but hey, we're at the end, man. I'm throwing out all options.
Oh, yeah, so,
He's just throwing it all out. It's like, take that and some of this. Have you heard this one yet?
Have it all.
Well, this is the time to do it because we're done. Right after this weekend, it's now or never, folks. If you got something, don't hold it back. Okay, now
I never got a lesbian vibe off any of their vibes off any of the characters, to be honest. I mean, that's all.
Well,
That makes Tenten strangely attractive now.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's your fault, Steve. It's your fault.
you guys got.
Hey, you guys are all. Everybody's adults here, so. Okay, now I got a little more serious thing with Tintin. Now Tintin is selling weapons, right? She's like a weapons merchant now.
Yeah.
Okay, and she's selling the Rakudo tools. She's selling weapons of mass destruction over here.
Well, it says not for sale.
For sale?
It says ninja.
Oh, not for sale. Oh, okay.
No, it says.
Okay,
it
not
says,
for
it says
Okay.
I'm not sure if it.
Oh,
Let's see.
okay. I feel better now. I didn't even see that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't see that
Getting ready to
first
throw
either.
her in the
Hey,
break.
why would she put it in the store in the first place? Why not lock
It's
it in the
on
vault?
display. I mean, like.
This should be under lock and key.
I
in,
think
like,
the whole point of the whole point is that to show how peaceful it is that nobody even bothers to with the weapons anymore. Like even these legendary powerful magical items, like they're not super. They're
Right,
not
and then next thing you know, yeah, and the next thing you know, you got somebody like Bolt goes over and grabs one and gives it to somebody else.
Hey, if he knew what he was, if he knew what they were, maybe.
It'll be like the beginning of Naruto. See some kids from another village or something. Hey man, go steal this if you want to be cool and hang out with us. So, okay, we gotta go ahead. Okay, it's going home. Okay, moving past. There's a lot of little nuggets in here that are interesting.
I like how Salad is following around Bolt. It's pretty cute.
Solid or Solita or whatever. Something like that. A lot of
Is
salad.
there even any reason like why she would be named Salad? Like Sakura.
Leaf Village, man. Leaf Village.
Sakura is flower, right? What's Sasuke? Like
He was just named after
a ninja, right?
warrior. Nothing, no specific meaning from what I
Like Saratobi Sasuke, the
yeah.
legendary ninja in Japanese folklore or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
name for the daughter. No question. Stupid.
Oh, okay.
What do you
Here's
think
what I found on Naruto Wiki. First of all, I guess in English we say salad, but like I guess it's the Japanese, they don't pronounce the letter L or something. They pronounce it.
It's like
Sarada also could be named after Sarada Devi, wife of a spiritual counterpart to Ramakrishna. She was known as the Holy Mother. Sarada is also an alternative name for the Hindu goddess of knowledge, Saraswati. So considering like Sasuke's, quest for knowledge and enlightenment, I guess that can make sense.
So wait a minute. Their L's, if I remember right, their L's are pronounced like R's, right?
Yeah.
It would be Saruda,
Yeah.
right?
Because I've heard so many jokes with that element in it. I'm not gonna repeat one.
Yeah,
They
anytime you have like a L, like it's the same with Bolt. Like he's got like a R in there too, or L or R, so they're interchangeable. So for the most part.
So
But yeah, I mean, I
remember
meaning.
someone made a video because they said this is so racist, so politically incorrect, and then they went and actually started listening to Japanese people speak with L's were in there. And they went, oh, okay, never mind, moving on. Nothing to see here. So, well, that's a fact. Okay, now we got the older Gara on page 6. Welcome back.
I hate his design.
Much older Gara.
Really?
I hate everything about it.
Yeah.
No, he looks like some creepy serial killer, like some.
No, he looks like he should be in a business suit.
He looks like Dexter or something, or like a ninja version of Dexter. I don't like him.
I think I always pictured an older Gar with like a beard or something like that. I don't know why. Was that just me? Like
He's not really. I mean, yeah, but he's only like what? He's friggin' 35 or something like that. Like.
I don't think he'd be 35. I think he'd still be in his 20s because he was like
He was like Naruto.
he was younger than Naruto if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, it's Bolt is like what? He's like 10, right? 10 or 12. Bolt.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think they said their ages.
At the end of the series, they were what, 18 or 17?
Naruto was 17. Yeah.
So 17, so 10 more years, about 27 then, probably. He'd be in his late 20s approximately then, probably.
Yeah, Naruto's probably.
I'm thinking early 30s.
But I mean, back to Gar's design, I think it's pretty mature. I liked it. Like it's subtle. And then I don't know. I mean, if anything, they should have dropped like the eyeliner or whatever. But they kind of made that.
I feel like Naruto is definitely either 30 or like 29.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Gaara. They're around late 20s to early 30s. They have to be because the kids have to be at least 12, 13 years old.
No, they're not. They're not.
I don't think Bolt is above 10. He's got to be like.
Yeah,
no more than 10.
Like you notice, like he's not even. They're not even like properly ninja trained. They're like still in school, so they don't know.
So the guess is something like around 10, maybe a little
Dude,
less,
I
more.
definitely go with like 7 or 8. Like is their age.
What? No way.
Okay.
Yeah.
No way. That's weird.
I think the daughter is. The daughter's got to be like. She looks like a little girl, like little. She's. I'm willing to even say she's like 6, probably.
No, but this is like supposed to be a parallel of when Naruto and his friends were in the academy, and when Naruto went on the time skip with, and came back after part 1. When 3 years passed, he was 13.
You also gotta remember Naruto was an idiot and he failed like twice. He like got held back.
No,
he still graduated with his class.
Oh, he graduated with his class, became a genin.
Oh wait, that was Rock Lee that got held back. That's right.
He failed the tuning exam. That's all he failed.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, everyone
But no,
failed the Chunin exam except for.
I don't know. I think it's fine. I mean, it's not like it's not. I wouldn't say it's drastic or anything like that. It's just like he looks like I agree with you. He looks kind of like more like a creepy businessman, almost like a creepy merchant, almost.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I would go with the line that
spiky hair.
Spice. I would go with the line that Jim Spice used earlier. Okay, this is the reality I have to accept with the way this thing looks. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but I would have preferred it to be different. It does seem a little.
I like Temari looks so tired. I feel bad.
She looks older.
Yeah.
Much older.
But I guess she was like the oldest out of all of them, so that makes sense too. Like out of all the out of all the ninjas around that age, she was definitely the oldest one. So she definitely aged.
She was my favorite female in the series.
Hey man. Yeah, I agree.
You understand, like they're brother and sister, so she was the oldest, so she got to be like in her late 30s.
Yeah, probably.
Well, she was a character.
I can see that.
Yeah, she was a character. I mean, her abilities and everything too. I'd like to have seen a lot more of her brother. Actually, all of them. I'd like to have seen a lot of side stories.
Look at Congo just creeping in the back too.
Yeah, and this guy can't tell how old he is because he's getting really going with the makeup now. I guess the older he gets, the more he's going to be. Wearing the pancake there. And then we got Kiba at the bottom. I don't really know what's going on with that.
Who is that with Kiba, by the way?
I think it's just random chick number 2.
I know who she is. Do you remember Granny Cat who Sasuke got weapons from? That's her granddaughter.
Yes.
Who?
Oh, okay.
The cat lady.
The ninja cats? The one that had the ninja cats?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But she fought.
Yeah.
And boy, was that random, huh?
I don't even remember that.
Ninja cat. He goes back to the village, finds some ninja cat old lady, gets some special items from her, and then, like, you know, now at the very end of the manga, ninja cat lady's granddaughter marries.
It sounds like a filler. Was that a filler?
No.
This was before when Sasuke went to go fight Itachi.
Yeah. And to be ordered, I like the way you put it. It was random. It was out of nowhere.
Okay, I think I know. Hold on, I'm gonna post it in the chat. Give me a second.
And I think it's cute. It's so peaceful that even the cats and dogs made peace.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you're going for.
I posted a picture of, I think that's the character you're talking about, right?
Yeah, I gotta say, too, Kiba got a pretty good-looking girl, so, you know.
Yeah, she's a cutie.
You can barely see her. Oh, in the next page you can see her.
She looks really old. It might be all the facial hair, though.
Yeah, I think that's the picture, yeah.
I think the theme here is you just add beards to everyone to make them look better.
You know, yeah, thanks for opening up, because Choji looks pretty badass, doesn't he?
He does.
Oh, he's my favorite post-time skip in this. I really like the way he looks.
Yeah. I wish he and Gara would have flipped. I wish Gara would have got the beard. So.
Choji's one of the few characters that actually got good development over the series.
He did.
Yeah.
Hey man, Shikamaru. All of Ino's Shikacho, except for Ino, got pretty good development.
Yeah, she stayed the same for the most part. Like she
got some development in the war. Like she was pretty useful.
To shine, yeah, like the first time when she took over Obito, like that's when she started to shine. Like she started using all her mind connection powers and connecting everybody and doing some crazy stuff.
It was too little, too late. In the anime, she had a good development in the zombie filler arc.
Mm-hmm.
That was good there, but it was filler, so who cares?
But yeah, like
that Choji and Ino were gonna get together. That's what I always thought was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I kind of like this though. They throw in the Cloud Village. I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, it makes sense, you know, for villages that live in peace to, you know, get together. That makes sense.
We'll see.
It just sucks that I don't even think Kishi showed a panel of Kaori and Choji even talking. So
yeah,
like,
that one came out of nowhere.
At least we got to see him.
Yeah, but it's still pretty cool though. I still like it.
Yeah, Sai's a character. I don't know. I never really.
Yeah, no, man. Sai, like just Sai being there, like you think Sai would just continue to go back to being a ninja and stuff like that. Like, but now he's like in the fold as like just a friendly guy. even though he's still pale and just. It creeps me out.
So
It just.
pale. Have you ever heard the jokes they tell like in the UK about ginger people are so light that they get sunburned from the moon? You know what I mean? That's how light that this guy looks. Any ginger jokes? Any really
tell me that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? I mean, there's a lot of people Scottish, and in the UK.
Yeah.
In general, and or whatever. So there's a lot of jokes there. If anybody wants to dig in there, and they would apply to Sai. Okay.
Sai is a tragic character, though. You know, like he had a really bad childhood, and he was raised like a Muslim soldier, and so for him to have a family, or and be a part of Konoha's family is a good ending for him because the way he started.
I don't know. I never liked Sai. Seeing him this is probably the most disappointing. Is why is he so happy? He's still kind of doing that fake smile and stuff like that. I don't know. It just doesn't seem. It still
looks
seems
fake too.
Sincere. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't like him.
Okay, now I want to get some feedback on this because maybe I'm unique in this, but the story about him and his brother, the one that just died, and they were the guy liked his art, and he was doing the book. I actually loved that.
Yeah, I like that too. That was those were the early days of his development though, which were good.
Yeah. I'm not sure how they just did they do closure with that, or is that just something we're just supposed to know?
It was just left kind of open, wasn't it?
Yeah, it seemed like it.
Well, his brother was dead, so and it wasn't even really his brother.
No, wait, Steve, was that the time when both of them graduated and then their graduation, they had to kill each other?
No.
That is.
He just died, though.
Yeah, he just died, but they were set against each other. As their graduation in the root or the foundation or whatever, Danzo's twisted little army
it was
core.
The same as they hit him on the fist.
Yeah, like Babuza, I don't want business.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like the dynamic as I would definitely say it's pretty fresh. I like it. And then you have I want to see more of this, more of their banter and their conversations and stuff like that.
It's pretty fresh. I love it.
Yeah, it's because Ino's about to get upset with Kurai about messing with tradition and stuff like that. So that's cool. I want to see more of that.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. That Kaori, an outsider, is so opposed to learning the Ino-Shikacho techniques, and Ino is that's a tradition that we've been passing down for generations, or whatever well, yeah, at least 2 generations now, right?
Yeah, more than that, but yeah.
Because didn't it start with her father? I thought that was it.
I'm not sure. They talk about the how many generations of each clan there are, but they never talk about when they actually got together and started working together and stuff. So
yeah,
it was explored as far back as their parents, but it could have been generational, just tradition.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and anyway, I think that's pretty cool that that Choji's I kind of agree with her, dear, and she's right, dear, she's trying to muscle Choji and make him agree with that. I think that's pretty funny and a good dynamic with the parents.
Strong personalities. Their get-togethers must be so much fun.
And I bet you anything, Kari is the Sakura to Naruto, with all the punching and the beating up. She probably does that to Choji all the time.
She was horrible in part 2.
I think. Well, wait a minute. The amount that we've hit Sakura, she doesn't deserve it, but I mean, Karen is on a level of her own. I think Sakura would still have to dig down to get to where Karen is. So, I mean,
yeah, but Karen embraced it.
This is my opinion.
True.
She enjoys it.
She embraced it, and Sakura liked to pretend like she wasn't crazy, but she was mentally crazy.
Yeah.
Karen carries around her own ball gag. She's like, "Oh, it's starting now. Let me pop this ball gag in here." And that's where Karen's.
Karen reveled in the craziness.
What would be great? What I would absolutely love is if Karen is in part 3, and she's like a villain, and she's so pissed at Sasuke and Sakura, and she like plans to kill their children or something. That would be pretty cool.
I couldn't take her seriously though.
I know, right?
I didn't like it when you initially said that, and then my brain started mulling it over, and I'm like, psycho Karen. It's got some potential.
Crazy enough to do it.
Why not, right?
She probably won't touch the kids, but she might try to poison Sakura.
Is she still salty all those years?
Oh, that'll work. No, I mean, I do.
Let me.
This next page though with
Yeah. Well, thank you, because let's go ahead and fly through this, because we have not been flying through chapter 700. So I'm gonna put. Okay, so Asuma's picture, the daughter, and Kurenai. Kurenai is not.
She's
looking,
ancient now.
Yeah, she's not.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they're supposed to be really old though, so.
I mean,
10 years.
Yeah, it's not that much to age Kurenai like that. It's like Kurenai just doesn't care anymore.
She's like 37 or something like that, almost.
And I swear it looks like she has brown eyes here, but I thought she had red eyes.
No, they're red, man.
Yeah. Maybe it's going back to peace. Everybody's getting fat and soft during the peace. Maybe I can accept that that's what's.
Yeah.
So
Kurenai always had eyes.
And then well, I'm pushing forward, and then we got something I really don't like. Guy, come on. Kishi, quit trolling. Come on. Come on.
Been
dead. And then his ultimate, his whole life, his sacrifice, his ultimate, all it achieved was giving a brief, although intense amount of satisfaction to Madara for a moment. It's like, wow, that was great. That was great. That was it. And it's like, oh my God. And now he's like an invalid in a wheelchair. I'm like, oh. You could have done better.
He's not an invalid. He's just, he's handy capable. I'm pretty sure he could walk or whatever.
It's a nice way of saying it.
I mean, what, you'd rather him be dead?
No, I'd rather him have fixed him up or something. Zetsu
yeah, I know, right?
Zetsu this guy. Right now, Zetsu him.
Yeah. I'd rather him be dead.
Or dead.
Yeah.
He should have died in his blaze of glory, but now he just lives on as like a shell of a man. Which is totally contrasted to his character in the rest of the series. He's all mobile and springtime of youth. Now he's like not that in the slightest. And it's sad looking at him.
He's suffering. He's suffering. What's he gonna do now? He's gonna do 50 reps with a coffee cup or something.
He's going to live. He's going to enjoy friends and life. And
yeah, he's gonna hang out with Kashi and buddy go on trips and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're as young as you feel, and Guy seems to be in high spirits. And he must be just so elated to be alive and to be able to watch Lee develop even further and even one day surpassing him, and watching Lee raise his kid, presuming that's his kid and not another lookalike.
Yeah, not some orphan. Like, that's not even my kid. I just picked him up off the street. Just like me.
The world with Kakashi.
But now look at the bottom panel with the Gokage, the former Gokage. For Neverworld said it the best. He said that the right Kage looks like the old black guy from the Boondocks.
Yeah. Oh, he does. He freaking does.
Oh my God.
He never got his arm back.
Yeah, well, I guess Zetsu's specialized arms are only for Sasuke and Naruto.
Or for Naruto, rather.
The Hashirama cells are in high demand these days.
Yeah.
You would think they just have them in a lab just growing. I mean, they have them everywhere. You'd think every solution would be, well, let's get some Hashirama cells.
They're the key to everything.
Yeah, the key to everything. I do like how Tsunade is going like, you know what? I'm 90 and I still look freaking young. And I love this thing.
You still got that spell going. Like, she's still there.
She's rocking it hard. That's hilarious.
That's great. Tsunade.
Tsunade's like, I make creak when I walk, but I look awesome. I look marvelous. Yes, marvelous.
I can see May just being so jealous, like all these years.
If you see, Tsunade still has the chakra seal on her forehead, and that means that she's probably still a powerhouse, even at her age.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to the next page, she looks just as young, or if not younger.
She looks a little younger, actually.
Yeah, like she's like messed with her You know, her illusion technique, I guess.
Well, but she's around another woman, so now she said, "Well, look at this. I'm gonna look at it."
You know, she upped it for today.
Yeah, right in front of her too. She's right in front of her, saying, "Hey, look at this. Look how I look."
And on a
Come here, look how
needs
you
to
look.
die already. He just
like-
looks horrible.
Yeah, he's still alive, man.
Why is he alive? I don't understand. He looks like a used boot or something.
Because they're freaking ninja with chakra. They don't have the same lifespans that we have.
Yeah, but even 10 years ago, people were like, "Why are you alive?"
Yeah, why are you
Even
still
then.
alive?
Dude was been in the death pool for a long, long time. He's got that will. He's got Obito's will to not die.
That Willowstone.
Yeah, except Obito died. How old was when Obito died? Like 30 something, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. He was mentally 12.
Well, but anyway, so this guy is like, you know what? I've got the real will. It's the will of Onoki now. I'm not going to die. I'm staying forever. I may not be able to move much, but I'm not dying. So.
Yeah. But I like this thing with like the B. Like his updated design looks a lot better.
His design is my second favorite behind Choji's. I love the way he looks.
Yeah,
he looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool, and I don't know, like before it's kind of you get the impression that he has like a beer belly, but now they're like showing like he's got like, you know, his six pack or his abs and stuff like that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
He's just really muscular. He's a big dude.
He's
you know what? This surprised me. I'm surprised he's not the Raikage though. That's the thing that interests me the most. That he's not the one who succeeded. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe there was another transition already, but
because Dowry was like the second in command, and he's a badass. So like, he's a better, you know, Cloud Kage than Kumo Hokage, whatever. What is the Cloud Hokage called?
Sorry.
Raikage.
Raikage, yeah, he's a better Raikage than Killer B, who's basically, you know, just a Jinchuriki, really.
Yeah.
There's I just seen a message pop up on Google. There's some guy trying to join. I don't know if you want to send him an invite. It says Dre White. I don't know. I just want to throw it out there. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Okay.
Looks like he wants to. He says I really want to join.
Okay.
But I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, I really like his design. And he's still chilling in his waterfall, just meditating. I almost wish he would have had like some kind of bandana though, just to go with his old rapper thing. He looks too zen. You know, he looks too zen here. I mean, I still like
really
it,
chill right now. Like, I mean, I wonder how much stronger he is because he seems like he's just like he's more focused now than ever. And then you get Naruto's hand there and like all the cup ramen at his desk.
I wonder if the ox is still inside him or he's just chilling there too. If he's just hanging out with him.
I think it's still inside him because I don't think it was that his wasn't extracted all the way. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, wasn't he
meat in place or something for the beef?
Go ahead.
No, I was saying I think Naruto's the meat in place for all the beef, so I think at least half the wolf is still in him. I mean the fox.
Yeah.
Okay, let me push on. I'm trying to invite this person.
I say that Shikamaru, he looks way too young. Like, he looks just like his kid. Just like, you know, a little bit older.
Yeah, he doesn't have the he like you think he'd get more defined age features like his dad did or something like that, but he's
got the beard, man. That's all you need.
Yeah, he got a little goatee. And then I'm not sure who this is. Who is the female? Is that Tsunade?
Sidekick. Those are the sidekicks.
Shizune, isn't it?
Is it really?
She looks still really young.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. No, those were the friend of Naruto's.
Yeah, Udon and Moegi, yeah.
No, at the top right. Very
At the top right.
The
Right next to
black-haired
her. Shishkomaru.
Okay, what page you guys on? Begin with. I'm on Panda.
15. 15, okay. You're on 10.
I'm on 12.
Okay. 12. Okay.
This is the one with Naruto at the top talking to Shikamaru.
Okay, yeah, that was when I was just on. No, you mean the below, or you mean the girl on the right? Is that what you're talking about?
The girl on the top right looks like Shizune.
It is. It's Shizune. Because she was.
Yeah, but look how young she looks. Like, he looks like a teenager. Like,
She don't
unless
look
she's
that
got.
young. She looks like she's got like her face got.
Oh, I wonder if she learned that from Tsunade.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm thinking maybe she picked up Tsunade's trick or something. I don't know. Maybe it is Shizune. I just think she looks a little young to be Shizune.
Yeah,
but
and then these kids show up and like that. Actually, I didn't just catch that till a lot later that these were those are
Udon and
Homeroom's crew.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, the young friend, the one he taught these sexy jutsus to, which I'm still not comfortable with.
Yeah.
Thank God that guy's nose doesn't run anymore.
Yeah, that was annoying.
That would be the worst thing ever.
What do you guys think about the metropolis above the faces on the village now? The village is like mega metropolis.
There's just this massive like spike in technology just within like a small period of time. It's hilarious to me. They got MacBooks and I know the world of Naruto's always been a little wacky. They're using swords and shit, but then they got like walkie-talkies. I know it's always been a little weird, but it's just like now there's a metropolis and not that. I don't know. It's just.
I want to know what's supporting their new economy and why ninjas are even needed. I guess we're gonna just ignore all that.
I don't know. They might
asking too many questions.
Yeah. They're coming for you.
We'll have to kill you.
Oh, I also like the little thing where they add like bolts there, and he adds like a face to Kakashi's mask, like lips and stuff.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that.
That's so cool. It's just like that's what I want. I was like, I want to know what he looked like too.
That was too good to the mouth.
I noticed that.
I didn't notice it either until you said that. I'm still pissed that we haven't seen his face, by the way.
You know, put it on the mountain. They don't even.
It's the closest we're ever gonna get.
I gotta say, I like how Bolt is doing the same thing Naruto did. But for a different reason, because Naruto can't spend as much time with his son. He's so busy. I think that's a really cool dynamic between them, father-son relationship. And it brings complexity to that. So when there's a part 3 or whatever, now you've got Bolt's reasons for doing what he's doing.
You're right.
And it was really nice.
Why did he?
You know what? Wait a minute.
I'm still kind of.
Hold on. We threw an overall thing in here. If you notice, like in American comics and stuff like that, the whole family dynamic is like 99% not even remotely there. Here, everybody gets immersed in it because of the Japanese culture. Right?
Yeah.
Just everybody has kids. Everybody ends up getting married. It's just interesting dynamic. But anyway, go ahead, Elijah.
No, I mean he pulls out a shuriken. I'm just now noticing that too. Like, was he about to like fight or something? Or try?
Oh yeah, he does have a shuriken, doesn't he?
Yeah. Like so that's like he's just like like swish.
Yeah, he wants to fight his dad because he thinks like if he beats his dad will probably pay attention to him, respect him, or whatever.
Well,
he's kind of like he's kind of being a little brat. I don't like him.
Yeah, he's a little brat. Yeah, just like Naruto was.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought he was a little punk. He was taking after his dad.
Yeah, but he was. I mean, I guess he was doing to get attention too. But yeah,
Erica says at the bottom, his father's always busy. He's looking for ways for him to get attention to him. So.
Yeah. I like that. That's cool. Yeah. I'm cool with that. And then Naruto shows up and like he's got the flying god technique apparently. So.
It's called something. He didn't do
called
that.
Body
That
Slicker.
Yeah. It's not the thunder
which
god.
Which is Shisui's kind of ability.
Yeah, Shinshin. Everybody can do that. Jonin level technique. Shinshin no Jutsu.
But there's been a lot of people in reviews who have been saying this, the Flying Thunder God, which
they
what I heard is inaccurate.
Yeah, they want it to be, but it's really not.
What is Sensei?
One thing I like about Naruto have his dad's home coat. Similar to his coat.
Yeah, it's almost like a cloak.
Oh, okay, it's a body flicker. I get you. Yes, I see what you mean now.
Yeah, it's that same thing that Shisui was doing.
Konohamaru is kind of a hard ass, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a hypocrite.
Yes, pretty hard.
Yeah.
But one thing I don't like about this chapter is we didn't really get that a level of how smart Naruto is or is not in these days. You know, because he's always a little absent-minded, but you know, we can get many lines from him. I wonder if he carried that with him
Yeah,
into
we
adulthood.
don't get many lines from him in particular. These couple panels would give you time to actually have him say something, but he just kind of stays silent and just stares at him and thinking about
Yeah, and I want to know if he's still kind of an idiot, you know.
Maybe.
But maybe we'll get that in the part 3 miniseries. You know, who knows? So hopefully we will.
All right, the next page. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jam Spice, and we're gonna go to the next page.
I was saying, I think Kakashi's lines about him, doing well as a successor so far, even his appearance, I think it deeply suggests that he's quite competent in his role, and he has grown and matured a lot. So maybe he's not, really an idiot in that role. Maybe in other areas he is.
Well, look who his advisor is. So he just has to listen to his advisor, and he should do fine.
Yeah.
Now the next page happens. Sakura.
Worst woman in the manga.
Hello, and I still like
now
the manga
she's
panda.
been reduced to a housewife, which
I still like the manga
I
panda.
know,
like,
in an
Hello,
apron,
Solana.
so freaking. She's dusting, man. She's trying so hard.
It's such a stereotype.
It's so bad.
This is horrible.
She gets
Worst part ever.
She gets the worst treatment out of all the as far as the time skip characters. It's okay.
Yep.
And it didn't need to be like that. She could have been planting flowers or something. I don't know, something other than dusting and a little house, apron thing and the thing around her head. It's just.
Sasuke's meticulous. She better keep the house clean if she wants to.
Seriously, unless she wants to get friggin' genjutsu all night long.
No.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I missed that. What was that?
Salad will be coming home one day, and she'll be seeing her mother spasming in the corner. And Sasuke will be there eating dinner, and he'll be like, "Oh, welcome home." And what's wrong with Mom? Oh, she's just not feeling well right now. Don't worry about it.
She's in a genjutsu. That's the way he keeps her pleased. He puts her in a genjutsu.
Yeah.
I didn't shine the floors the way I like.
Yeah.
Very dysfunctional family here.
I'm telling you, when I saw this picture, when I first read the chapter, I felt sick to my stomach when I saw her cleaning and saw her child like that and calling her mom. I was like, oh man, I was like, the worst abusive criminal relationship made canon because Kishimoto wanted Sasuke to be redeemed by Sakura's love. Ugh, it was so bad.
Yeah.
A lot of this chapter feels like some Ravage shipping fanfic or something.
It really does.
Which I don't like at all. It's interesting at times, but it's just poorly executed.
I do like this piece because it's it's weird how Salad mentions that Bolt is kind of a lot like her. Is that that kind of just gives me a weird feeling that
obviously.
Kid or whatever. Are they just are they cousins? Sort of?
No, meaning she's interested in him. That's what it means. That Sasuke's daughter and Naruto's son are gonna end up together.
No, don't say that right away. Right?
You know what I'm seeing in this? I see elements of both Hinata and Sasuke in Salad.
Yeah, she'll be the stalker now.
That sounds so.
But because
but she's a snarky stalker. She's
both someone to keep an eye on and someone who she's strangely drawn to, who she feels as though she connects to. However, she also kind of sees him as an idiot.
Bolt is the dressing to her salad.
I'm shipping them. I'm totally.
Oh, it's begun. A new era, a new fleet of ships.
Oh, you guys want to?
Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna ship them full part 3, and then Bolt's gonna meet somebody, and that person's gonna have 2 chapters with them. That's who Bolt's gonna end up with.
I know.
Wait. Are you upset about Naruto and Hinata? I know you're not upset about Naruto and Hinata.
He's still salty over the Narusaku.
Are you serious? Oh yeah.
Oh, was that saltiness? I'm sorry. Can I tell you how
It's too
I
soon. Too
started
soon.
watching Naruto last year? It was just summer of last year, and I started off with the anime, and I knew from that very moment where Naruto spoke with Hinata while he was on his way to the arena to face Neji, right
Yeah.
there was no doubt in my mind that they were going to end up together. You know why? Because this loudmouth guy with big dreams who feels like he can do everything by himself, for the first time ever in the series, was vulnerable with someone, and that was Hinata.
Uh-huh.
Hinata
Yeah,
demonstrated that she saw
Naruto
beyond
shared
what
himself with
everyone else
Hinata,
saw and
and he
saw
wasn't.
the virtue. You know, she saw behind the loudmouth and attention-seeking actions, and she saw him for. I knew there was no doubt in my mind. Even
Point
when I
is,
was watching stuff,
Naruto's got good
I,
taste and
I didn't
Hinata's got good taste.
pay attention to it because the mere fact that this guy was vulnerable with her, the only person he has ever really been
Yeah,
vulnerable
he never like got intimate with Sakura
She
at
was
all.
she was
Oh
absent
no.
for too
So,
long in the manga.
wait. Naruhina and Narasaka. Let's wait until we're done with the
Yeah,
saga.
let's
I could go for hours. You know what would have made? You know what? Before we go past the page, you know what would have made Sakura this better for me? What would have made Sakura right here better for me if she'd been wearing a maid outfit?
Oh man.
I mean, if you're gonna go with something, go all the way.
So I mean,
Go
so
in hopes that
it's,
maybe Sasuke
so
would come
I'm
home
not
to
the
him.
one who am I crazy to think that like we have some things in common? That's not an allusion to like, oh yeah, like she's also of the Uzumaki clan, aka she's like
What the hell was that?
What?
Whoa!
Sounded like a raptor or something.
Yeah, that's what I heard
No, I was
too.
gonna say like, so it's not like a lot of people are just like, 'cause I've seen a lot of people still claiming that that's like Karen's kid somehow.
See, I thought when I read that, I thought the exact thing that maybe
Like-
she had some like Uzumaki blood or something.
Yeah.
But I also see where NW Order's coming from. That it's probably just him setting up a shipping thing.
No, I don't know. I mean, I guess they have him following around, but at the same time, I mean, she's got that obsessive thing that's also Karen's trait as well. So you know.
I mean, this will all
Doesn't
hopefully
seem
this will all be
obsessive to me.
explored in the part 3. You know.
What? Well, look, if you're gonna go with
I'll tell you
something,
though, I would be so happy if Sasuke did have solid with Karen, and like that Sakura would just be, you know, alone and freaking, I can't stand Sakura. I hate her so much.
She needs to be the new like ninja cat lady.
Yeah.
whoa!
In order to
No, stop, everybody. Anthony, you just said that she should be the new ninja cat lady, right?
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Brilliant, fucking brilliant. I love that. God.
Will part 3 be canon?
Yeah, of course. It starts in the spring, so.
Oh, I want to thank you guys for letting me come in too. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Oh,
Welcome.
no problem, man.
Welcome aboard.
But yeah, like but yeah, the next you got Sasuke here just with combed down hair completely. He's like he's rocking the Madara look.
All right, now where are we at now? Okay, we're past this.
Wees and cocks.
Oh, are you gonna? Oh, come on. This guy is a. Oh, great. So now I've just added somebody that's going to keep popping in here to be a troll. Has anybody seen a troll before? Because
He sounded nice. He didn't sound like he was a troll.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, he said thanks guys for letting me in here. I appreciate it.
Did you hear the rest of what he said?
No. What else?
Just type it in chat. Type it in chat. You don't have to say it out loud.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just keep it to the chat. Let's move on. Are we on page?
whatever.
Okay, well, I'm just going to have to keep it. If he comes in there, I might be tapped out. Just tell me, so I'll just keep ejecting.
All right. So screw the troll. Forget about it then.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. So anyway, this is So anyway, there's Sasuke. You guys just seeing Sasuke walking off. Is that where you're at?
Yeah.
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 I hate
Yeah.
I think
he's
we got a
gonna-
good chemistry in here, and we got some idiot coming in here
Yeah.
trying to control.
he's
Okay,
gonna
so we
keep
got
coming in
the
there.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the guy that was doing it. Yeah.
Oh, is that what's going on? Isn't there a way to like ignore him or something? Like if you
I keep ejecting him. I don't know how to ban him. I mean, this is
You
this
can
is
you can just mute him. It's not a big deal.
No, he can unmute himself.
you can unmute yourself.
How to?
Just keep the eject button handy.
But I mean, let's just spend a time here. Have you noticed? I've done this for what, over 3 years. Okay, I've had this channel, and you remember how I went and ran off the trolls? We've done a very good job, and you guys helped me, right, to get, because the criteria is, and you'll find this, 99.999% of the time, trolls have nothing to add to the conversation. They don't have any insight on whatever the topic is. They bring nothing. The only thing that trolls come in to do is get attention.
Yeah, Rampage. Click the gear icon at the top right of the Hangout window. Click block user. Click block.
Okay.
That's how you do it if he comes back in. Gear icon at the top right.
Okay. Yeah, I see it, but port user station hangout microphone play test. Okay, cancel. I'm not. So you're saying the gear icon, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm reading.
It's setting.
Full support.
I mean, next time he comes in, I'm just gonna put him on ignore, and then
Yeah, if you hit ignore, like you won't be able to hear him from anything
doesn't-
else.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me.
Fucking
so he's back in the room.
I got him blocked. You just hit the little down arrow, and then hit ignore.
Yeah, I just did it too.
Man. Pissing in the Cheerios, man.
But no, it's cool. I'm looking at this page here with Sasuke with his hair combed down and stuff like that, and like, it's just kind of interesting. Like, does he just still only have his one arm, or like that's not confirmed or anything like that? So
I think he may have it. I like if he does.
And can I just say, like, Sasuke, he looks like a dude now, like a man. Like they gave him like a chin and everything. Like he
he's
manned up the hardest out
very
of all.
masculine face.
Like literally.
Easy.
Does anybody think that he still have the Renegon? That's why his hair is combed that way?
Oh.
I think he can deactivate it because he
Well,
deactivated it in chapter 699, and we know he still has it in the movie.
Yeah, in the movie he still has it, so maybe. You know, I thought it would have been cool if he kind of had like the whole whole Kakashi thing going on, where he's got like a bandana halfway on his face.
Yeah, I was thinking about with his hair.
Yeah, that may be what it is. I do really like it. Is there any substance in the whole thing where he thinks he hears someone, or is that just something to fill the page with?
Yeah, maybe.
Because it seems like maybe there might be something there, but who knows if it's just like Kishimoto just putting something there on the page so he can show him.
Okay, what page are you guys on?
We're on page 20. I'm on
The one with Sasuke.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's just a quick shot. I mean, there's nothing really like, oh, Sasuke grew up.
Considering the context, do you think it might be Salad watching him from afar? Like once again, Father leaves us.
She's at home though, so.
Is he? Well, maybe he's like on his way to a mission or something.
I heard other people say that though, that it could be salad. I can't even say salad. Sourdough.
Sounds silly.
I'm pretty
can't
sure that
take it seriously.
Sasuke and Sakura live outside of the village. I don't think they live in the village. And I'm pretty sure that Sasuke is like always MIA. Like he's always gone from the house.
Well, yeah, but then they show Sourdough. They show her in the village.
Yeah.
She's like stalking, Bolt.
Yeah,
So
but she goes to school in the village. That's why.
Well,
Well,
she's
it looks
flashing
like
him at the beginning.
There's a panel where they show the exterior of their home, and it looks like they're part of the general population within the village.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
see. You're
behind.
talking
Yeah,
the Dream Building.
it's behind a building. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait. Is that? No, that's not on the roof. That's somewhere else. But yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe they are.
That was an interesting theory, though. I kind of liked it, to be honest.
Oh, is that Sakura's house or Sasuke's house? Is Sakura a single mother?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I hate her so much.
Not enough information, really.
But I think we're the next phase though is really cool though. I really like this, like the new Kages.
Yeah. Dara looks like a
I love
Chinese
Dadawi's.
master or some shit, like from one of those Chinese flicks.
Yeah, he's like a kung fu master or something, or like a merchant almost.
Yeah, like that.
I think all of them, like, the thing that only bothers is the Mizukage and the Raikage kind of still look the same, except they're just older and like.
I like Dadawi's design.
Yeah,
he's got like the pedo stash and everything.
Yeah, he's got the mustache and stuff like that. But I'm talking about like just his outfit. His outfit hasn't evolved at all. Same with the Mizukage. He still has like those kid big goggle glasses on.
Yeah, I know.
You think he'd get some glasses, like some cool some neater glasses, and so it just seems like kind of interesting that they kept that aesthetic of it, and he's got like a hood now, so that's interesting.
Was she ever? What's her name? The Tsuchikage. Was she ever that strong? I mean, to be a Tsuchikage. I mean, maybe she got stronger, but it still doesn't seem like she could be that.
I'm
Maybe
sure she
they.
knows.
I mean, you could say the same thing about the Mizukage, but I mean,
I don't know. The Mizukage was one of the 7 swordsmen, though. So.
Well, he wasn't one of the 7 swordsmen. He just had one of the 7 swordsmen's weapons.
If you have a sword, you're pretty much considered one of the 7 swordsmen.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but the 7 swordsmen were, from a different era than what he's from.
Yeah, he's not from the same era. Like, he was actually nervous about wielding the sword, if you remember.
Right.
Yeah, he was nervous, but what I'm saying is, like, just like Zabuza was considered one, I mean, it's just like, I'm pretty sure if you had one, you were a swordsman. It's like the new generation. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know.
See, and notice how we see everybody's guards but his, so I think that's interesting.
Well, there's someone standing behind him, but maybe it's just not important.
Yeah. Which is cool, but I think everybody's fine. I do question like the Mizukage and the Tsuchikage. Like, it just seems kind of like they were just put there because we saw them before and let's just make them slightly older. Dari's definitely believable because he actually got a ton of development as somebody who's gonna be like sort of the heir to the Raikage position because he already was inherited with
Can I throw something out there?
Yeah, Sean, go for it.
All right. The guy with the blue shirt and the woman, I can consider them strong shinobi because they were like the watchmen of the previous one before they went into war. Remember the last summon? Like, they were there to protect the last Kages. So they had to have some strong element to them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They would only bring their strongest shinobi with them to a summit like that.
I understand that. The only thing I protest to is her not being like displayed. Really, there hasn't been really any display of her power.
So what was her power though?
She's so unmemorable that I don't.
Yeah.
She what she did was she shot out like concrete, like she would do like concrete powder, then shoot water at you, and then cover you in. Like it would be like instantly drying, and that's when she was fighting. She used that when she was fighting.
It was Kabuto.
Yeah, he was fighting. Yeah, she was fighting Kabuto, and they were trying to.
Captured Yamato.
Yeah.
Is the guy behind Dadui? Is that the dude with the sucker? He always has the sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know. They haven't really updated his design yet at all either.
So he's got like a hoodie on or something.
Yeah.
And no lollipop. Maybe he's gotten control of his nerve issue.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have what's her face looming over him. All the time.
Sandwiches. Cock meat sandwiches.
Awful.
Oh, these people have no life. Dude,
Oh, love the trolls.
come
Thank
on,
you for that,
guys.
troll.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. But like I say, they literally have nothing to add to a conversation. It's just getting attention.
And your channel has been like shockingly devoid of them, which is awesome.
Well, and then you know what? You know who it was? It was Dr. White. I said, you know, right at the end, here at the end, it's like, okay, I'll put him on follow so he can come in and invite somebody in that I didn't know. And you guys have all been vetted by the comments that you made. So I take responsibility for this. I went and randomly just let some idiot in here. So.
Oh, that might have been my fault. I kind of brought it up first.
No, but you didn't invite him. I did. I could have said no, so I take the fall for it. But anyway, moving on, because I mean it's getting attention and all this kind of stuff. So, but trolls, they have nothing to add. Like I say, I've seen the comments. They come in and like, okay, I don't know anything about the subject, and they just start, here get attention, and once you let them go. So that's it. I'm ignoring the troll. Just ignore them all. Go ahead and hit the eject button when they come in. So we're at the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're with the new Gokage.
Yeah. I was gonna say, going back to 699 with Sakura and Sasuke, I just wanted to say, like, it was so ridiculous, the forehead tap, because it made me feel like, that Sakura, after getting nearly killed 3 times, and then put into a genjutsu where she's impaled, she gets up, she she heals them, whatever, and then Sasuke's about to leave, and she's like, "Please, can I come with you? Can I come with you?" And then when he flicks her on the forehead, in my mind, like, the words should have just said, like, "I'll F you later, Sakura."
Pretty much.
That's what it was.
You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. It's a complete insult to her character.
I mean, oh my god, it was so bad.
She should have had a maid uniform on, and she should have had a pack, a lunch pack for him. On the way out, and she should have curtsied when he left.
Oh man.
I mean, like I say, if you're gonna go for something, go for it all the way. I mean, if you're gonna drive her all the way down, so.
Look how much she's fallen too, from the beginning of Shippuden, and then even in the tuning exam, she was so great, Now
Well, her high moment was what? It was the deal where she fought with the puppets,
Yeah, but even before that, when she was fighting the Sound Ninja in the Forest of Death, that was really good too.
Yeah. So part 1 Sakura was a lot better.
Parts of part 1
Not that
Sakura.
great.
No,
No.
Time in part 1 was great.
I would say
When
that.
she cut her hair, it was really good.
Honestly, I would say that Sakura, when she was training under Tsunade, and when she fought with Chio against Sasori, that was the best Sakura. After that, she went to shit.
And that was leading to something. You're like, this is great character progression. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, don't. Well, I thought she was. But, yeah. And then there was what? Inner Sakura. Remember Inner Sakura?
Yeah. Or how
Yeah.
they kept saying that Sakura has, like, this perfect genjutsu affinity or something like that. Remember they said, like, oh, you're really strong with genjutsu, Sakura, or that she was, like, really had strong defense against it or something. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, does everybody press on? I'm just going to eject people when they come in.
Alrighty. Is that what's happening?
Well, she knows how to dispel genjutsu, so that must be something.
So I think that's like a standard Chunin or Jonin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can, yeah, definitely.
Her version.
She has like exceptional chakra control too, so she probably especially good at it.
But did you guys mention how it was kind of stupid how everybody broke out of Infinite Tsukiyomi, they weren't upset? Because weren't they all in their paradise dreamland?
Well, me and Steve were talking about how it was just kind of like flown over. They didn't really show anything. And that's why I was hoping that when they animate this, they'll hopefully they'll fillerize the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Make it really nice.
Fillerize.
Hey, man, everything. I tell you what, Naruto is not ended till the anime ends, in my opinion. So
I'll tell you, they really have a lot to put into filler too, because they need to, not only do that, but they got to, fill out the fight. They have to fill out, all the dream sequences that each character has, to.
It's going to be good too.
Yeah, like that stuff is what we need to see, and the anime better do it.
Yeah, and even most recently, the most recent episode, I like how they fillarized the Obito moment.
Yeah,
really nice. So.
And boy, it really looked like Rin had the kind of a thing for him the way they did it.
They did. It made it seem a little more logical. That it wasn't just all one side and everything, but
it also showed that it wasn't that that even though he was crushing on her, that that he viewed her. He did the thing he was afraid of was losing this person that was important to him. To Kakashi or whatever, because of how Kakashi was out showing him. So I just did a really good job with it. So,
and it makes sense that he would place so much importance on her, him being a Uchiha,
Yeah. And
it was in his nature,
Right, and I think it's pretty much well hinted that he's an orphan. So,
they did say it in this episode, so I'll digress on that one.
It was hinted that he's what?
An orphan, Obito.
Well, they flat out said it. They didn't even hint.
Did they? Because I missed it.
Yeah, Naruto's like, you're an orphan like me.
Yeah.
Which I don't remember that being in the manga, but they explicitly said it in this episode. So
Yeah, I don't remember that being in the manga. In the manga, I just remember seeing pictures of his parents on the wall, and nowhere near him. Like he was always alone in his apartment. So you just assume he must be an orphan like Naruto. I guess the anime just confirmed it.
Yeah, take liberties every now and then, but I don't know. Are we on the next page? What do you guys think of this Metropolis?
Yeah.
The Village of the Dancing Leaves I thought was cool because they're not hidden in the leaves anymore. It's just a very, symbolic change to the. It's very telling of the times that they're in now.
Skyscrapers.
I guess they had a good revolution then.
Yeah, they definitely seemed like they had an economic boom due to the
pizza. All right, well, we're about done.
I have a question. Wait, well, I'm sorry. I have a question. Remember when Kurama said that I'm gonna give you all this chakra and then he'll fall asleep after that? So you mean to tell me from all that time skip that he's still asleep? Like that's how long he has to recover?
What do you mean? Kurama?
No, I don't think so. I think he's just snoozing. I think he just doesn't have anything to do.
Yeah, he's probably just chilling out in the meeting place or so. And then then they got the Jolly Roger symbol, which I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, the One Piece.
And Naruto's headband. But I did want to mention, going back to what Gian Spice was saying earlier about how they left Sasuke out of the last page. I think it wasn't as much they left him out, but if you look at the first page of the very first chapter, they're pretty much referencing word for word what was said in that. And adding Sasuke into this, it would have been a little bit out of place because I think Kishimoto was trying to have a kind of a parody with the first page of the first chapter and the last page of the last chapter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do understand that maybe they could have maybe added something there, maybe the shadowed figure. You don't even have to name him, just put something there.
Yeah, they really didn't show at all what it was.
Or at least put a new Uchiha symbol in this page, somewhere.
I imagine it's either Orochimaru, Sasuke's daughter, or it's a villain that's going to be the main villain of these kids, what they're going to end up fighting against. One of those three, I would say.
What if Orochimaru goes after Salad now?
He might.
I'd like to think that Orochimaru just dissolved away. It's like, oh, I'm melting.
I don't know.
He needs his own spin-off series. I'd watch the hell out of
So
that.
now we're going to have a part 3, and do you think the kids are going to all awaken eye powers now? I mean, even Boruto should be able to bring out the Byakugan, maybe.
Here's the thing, with part 3, I want it to be these kids. I don't want it to rely on the adults of the last series.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to really focus on these kids and kind of try to leave out the adults as much as they can, because I like these characters. I want these characters to be explored.
They didn't show the adults a lot in the original series. Like,
and I want
rare
it to be
to
like
see
that.
them get involved in conflicts. Only
Besides Naruto, I want it to be like that. You know.
Well, I'd like to see.
I just hope he learns from Shippuden and like focuses on all the characters, and not just
Well, it's a different writer, so.
But I'd say I would like to see family time with all the new kids, like, and their parents. Like, I want to see Choji and Kari have some screen time, and Ino and Sai, just so we can get more development into like the way they're a family now.
Well, maybe I'd like that, but I want it to grow into its own.
I want to shut this thing out in about 8 minutes. So whatever you got to say, we'll shut down the hangout and then we'll talk off.
All right. Well, let's talk about the pairings then, because Elijah, you seem to be so dead set against Narusaku. So let me make my final argument in terms of Naruhina and Narusaku here. So Narusaku. Well, before that, let me say that I was a Naruhina fan, and because of what Jam Spice said, because of the medicine scene, part 1. And, then Hinata disappeared from the manga completely. She was gone from the manga.
Everybody
completely.
disappeared, man.
No,
Everyone gets that same treatment. Like,
everybody. Yeah, all the rookies disappeared. They were all gone. Only Sakura, Naruto, Kakashi, and whatever other characters.
And he introduced Sai, like, just...
Yeah, and Sai, right. And so, so that was it. She was gone, and in her place, we had a shit ton of Narusaku evidence, like, that anybody should be able to see unless they're blind. We had Sakura posing for Naruto when he came back from 3-year training with Jiraiya. She was like, do I look more like a woman now? We had them going on fake dates. We had her...
I don't remember them going on any fake dates.
Yeah,
they did once, I think.
They went on one date. I mean, in that same time frame, like the Rookie 9, they made appearances and stuff like that, and they're definitely more prevalent in like the anime as well. And then
most of that was filler, though.
Yeah, it was all filler.
I mean, but it's not like you didn't see what Hinata looked like in the Shippuden. Like, she shows up in the chapter that Naruto comes back in.
Well, I think, here, let him finish. He's getting to it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, what do you want from me? I'm just telling you. Then we had Sakura screaming over Naruto in the Kyuubi situation, running to him when he was hurt or whatever. We had Yamato shipping Narusaku. We had Sai shipping Narusaku.
Never did. Nope.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did not.
And so did Yamato.
Naruto cut Yamato off. Yamato could have very well been saying, we can see how much you care about. He never finished his sentence.
Whatever.
I don't remember.
The fact of the matter is,
I didn't.
No. The fact of the matter is,
I think. I mean,
we could finish.
Keep going. Keep going, Mike.
We could wait. We could, Mike. Go ahead and finish.
All right. The fact of the matter is that
after you're done, let's hit the rest.
I'm saying Kishimoto has been leading Narusaku by the nose the entire time. He's been throwing Kushina in there, talking about how Naruto needs to be with somebody that's just like his mother. Kushina was rash and hit everything just like Sakura. He had Minato say
yin and yang element in the story. Overlooked it.
All right, you know what? Just forget about Narusaku for a second. What happened with Naruhina? What happened with Naruhina was the medicine scene. Was Hinata looking at Naruto on a swing? Was Hinata in the pain invasion, sacrificing herself, and then holding his hand? 4 scenes. In the entire friggin' manga, there was 4 scenes of Naruhina.
I'm looking at quantity, I'm looking at quality.
Yeah.
Look, let Michael finish, and then...
What is quality? She was gone. She did not exist. He was.
Well, I mean, okay, but it's not like you know.
I thought.
No, stop. Does everybody have to seriously?
Wait. I'll tell you what I thought. I thought that Hinata was going to use that Kishi was going to use her love for Naruto as a way to develop her as a character to make her stronger. That's what I thought her obsession with Naruto was leading to, because again, she was gone. She disappeared from the manga, and as a Naruhina fan, that bothered me. That really bothered me as a Naruhina fan. I said, well, what the hell? Obviously, you know, Hinata's not going to end up with Naruto. She doesn't even exist in the manga anymore. So, and then all the shit with Sakura and Naruto together, all the characters are doing stuff. You know, I mean, Sakura in front of the village hugging Naruto with Hinata in the background looking at them with villagers whistling. I mean, come on, the evidence against, you know, of Naru and Saku. At the very least, you have to admit that Kishimoto was leading the pairing fans by the nose, and that he was making us think that Sakura was making noise, please. Naruto. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, you have to think that, because there was just so much in the manga, and honestly, I can't see how anybody's like, oh, of course he's going to end up with Hinata because of 3 scenes. Really? Because of 3 scenes in the entire manga, it's going to dwarf having a legit relationship, a friendship. Sakura and Naruto had a friendship. They had.
Can I answer now? Can I respond now?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Let's open it up. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay.
I'm telling you, I haven't even gone into all the friggin' things. Before the tuning exams till it starts before the tuning exams and all the way up to Kaguya. That's how much development Naruto and Sakura had in terms of relationship building, in terms of like a legitimate, viable relationship.
Not romantic relationship.
Yeah, and what about Naruhina? Because Naruto had no romantic shit towards Hinata at all. Nothing. He left her in the dust the whole time.
Yeah, but Sakura was the same with him. She had no romantic relationship with Naruto at all.
You could interpret Sakura
That's a stretch.
to like him romantically. And it's not a stretch, because a lot of Sakura fans are pissed off.
Okay.
I'm not pissed off because I don't care anymore, because, like I said, I hate Sakura, and she doesn't deserve to be with Naruto, and she deserves to be with Hinata. But I'm really pissed off that these people are just like laughing at Naruto Sakura fans and thinking like, oh, it's always been obvious it's going to be Hinata.
The troll. Okay, everybody, hold on. The troll here is Kishimoto. Okay, he didn't care about the pairings.
Yes, you're right.
And so, right. So let's not get us all against each other. Whatever. It's Kishimoto was stringing everyone along, and then for some reason somebody pressured him at the end to finally make some decision, and then he went full bore with Hinata. And next thing you know, she got a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, look at speed. Speed.
And look at this. Even Naruto and Hinata, they had no interaction at the end of the manga. It was just, bam, they have a kid. We didn't see a kiss. We didn't see a look into the eyes. We didn't see a handhold.
That's what the movie's for.
Well, who makes the movie? Well, you have to make the movie in order to make this.
I can't believe we're going this far, this deep into it. Look, this should be a video in and of its own. This is frustration of Kishimoto.
All I'm saying is I'm just annoyed because people are making like this like a joke. It's not a joke. There was a lot of friggin' research done to this for people to support Narusaku. All right,
you know
we have this exact conversation.
Okay, hold on. Now Kishimoto finally went out and he did his Kakashi sucks video, which is about 50 some minutes of why Kakashi.
King of Lightning used to say Kishimoto.
Well, right, but I mean, NW Order. This sounds like you have a video to make.
Oh, no, nobody's gonna listen to that video. I don't care.
Dude, I'll listen to it, man.
I'll make a response to it, Mike.
The only part of this I don't like is Kishimoto's problem here. It's not the fan base. He's playing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden we're getting into people don't respect each other's whatever. People never really respect each other's things here or whatever. And there's
no logic in shipping.
There's no logic.
I think Can I just
please
argument? The whole thing with Hinata disappearing, it's not like her appreciation for Naruto disappeared. You know, it wasn't like that wasn't a part of it. I think that was the main flaw of post time skip Naruto, is that there was no focus on a lot of the side characters. They get kind of dropped off, and we get we get Yamato and Sai as opposed to them teaming up with other characters that we're already familiar with. We get introduced with a whole slew of new characters. We get the Akatsuki and Madara and all these other different slew of characters. Danzo. So I mean, a lot of it is basically we didn't have a lot of time for that. You know what I mean? Like, so the whole thing, the whole thing of I agree. A lot of stuff. You could argue that there wasn't a lot of scenes, in the manga with Naruto and Hinata, but I'm pretty sure Kishimoto wanted to do that. So I mean, and he did it. So I mean. And I'm actually really satisfied with it. I mean, the whole.
Well, I'm glad you are.
He ended up with if he ended up with Sakura, I'd be really upset. Like I would have been.
But I want to focus here. In the order, the problems were created by Kishimoto. He's the problem with the parent. It's not the other fans disagreeing. So let's.
I think letter to Kishi.
Yeah, you should write him a letter. Let him.
I just know I've been supporting this pairing for a long time, and I had good reason for supporting Narusaku for the reasons that I did. I don't want to be laughed at because I'm not
laughing at you. I'm not even that kind of person who's like
nobody in this hangout is laughing at you.
I'm not pointing a finger at you because you wanted Sakura and Naruto to be together, but I am really.
This is a problem created by Kishimoto, and I think that you're bringing in some animosity that people outside of this hangout.
Yeah, I don't have it.
We don't have that here.
Yeah.
Right. All right, no, I just whatever. I mean, I might have took your laugh the wrong way.
Yeah.
Bringing the heat.
Anyway, it just like you said, he took the pairing fans by the nose, and he screwed with everybody, and he eventually decided on a pairing. I don't feel, and I don't see how people would feel any different. I don't feel that that Naruhina had any relevant pairing developments. Like there was a couple scenes, and it wasn't enough for me. And
I don't know. I mean, she confessed, and like it was.
We're going backward. I'm ready to hit the eject button on this whole Narusaku thing because it was.
We've beaten the horse.
This isn't like a writer that specifically did something, and then we're going to go back and go, oh, okay, this is clarified because in this chapter, this is just created stuff. It was just at the end. Come on.
I think we all need a little bit of Togashi in our lives. So.
Thank you for bringing that subject up. Yes. But
final thoughts on the manga ending. I would say that despite the pairings, that I would say I like the relationship Naruto has with his son. Like I like that dynamic, how he does that. I like. That basically the villages are all joined together, like as they're in peace and they're intermingling, interbreeding, whatever. I mean, I kind of just dig the theme that Kishi is going with, the new generation and this time of peace, like what's going to happen in this time of peace. But I didn't like obviously. The whole situation with Sasuke and Naruto. I thought their fight was not only was it not developed, their fight, but also that Sasuke and Naruto should have had this hate type of fight, like this fight like where like Sasuke was threatening to kill Sakura or something, and Naruto freaked out and tried to fight him or something like that. Like there should have been a real emotional fight, and it just wasn't impactful at all because we already knew. Number one, from the movie, that they weren't going to die, and number two, Naruto's trying to save him while he's fighting him, and Sasuke's trying to tell Naruto, you better fight seriously, so we can tell he doesn't really want to fight seriously either, and it was just half-assed and all screwed up. So,
anime fixes all, man.
Yeah, so I hated that. I hated the Kaguya arc because Kaguya was a placeholder character with no development, and
with movie bait.
Yeah, and really, so the series went downhill for me towards the end. Biggest, brightest spot of the manga for me is probably Obito as a character with all the development that he went through. I like part 1 was great with the Chunin exams, and I also liked the Jiraiya and the Pain arc. Those are my bright spots in the manga for me.
Jiraiya was fantastic in the Pain
Yeah.
arc.
Yeah.
So it was a good ride, you know. Good, it was a good manga, but he screwed up so many things. He could have made Kurama evil. He could have made Naruto learn more wind jutsus and try to stop relying on the Kyuubi evil chakra. He could have made a lot of different stuff happened. I think Kishimoto could have taken the manga in that direction, but he didn't. And we got what we got, but it's been a fun ride. So
all right, let me move.
Final thoughts.
Appreciate it. Awesome. I really do appreciate you helping out. A lot of knowledge there. Sean, it's the end, man. What's your overview of Naruto? More how you feel, less questions, and more how you feel. You know what your take is.
Well, I'm sad that it's ending, but overall, like I enjoyed it. If it wasn't for Naruto, I wouldn't have been into anime. Period. So I enjoyed it. I like the Pain arc. Like I like how it's a well thought out fight. Yeah, that's pretty much. Overall, I just like the Pain arc.
Yeah. How much did you like? Well, anyway, I'll get to this in a minute. Okay, Jen, appreciate it, Sean. You guys have all helped me out here. There's been times, I think, pretty much all of us at some point in time, especially Anthony and W. Order, Sean, you guys have we've done Hangouts where it was just two of us, doing the whole thing. So we were able to do it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Made it work.
Made it work. We did some awesome stuff, especially the Hunter x Hunter stuff. We could do some amazing work there because things were worked out. Gem Spice,
Kill la Kill was the best. We did all the best in the Kill la Kill Hangout.
And that's scheduled. Everybody gets scheduled. Everybody 15th, 10:30, 15th Saturday, November. Be there.
Or be
Elijah. Don't be out of town on the 15th, Elijah.
I won't.
No
promise.
Yeah, okay. All right, Gem Spice. What do you think? Overview. Let's stay away from the pairings until we get off. We're not live.
Yeah, I think it's just, I'm not, maybe I should just, not participate in that. We just need to let it go and move on. But yeah, as far as, God, my overall feeling, you know what? I've only been following Naruto since last summer. My nephew introduced it to me after I did a Dragon Ball Z marathon. And I watched Dragon Ball Z when I was a teenager, and I decided randomly to rewatch it and also watch the first Dragon Ball when Goku was a kid. And I was like, I want more. And my nephew said, check out Naruto. And this is the absolute first, this is the manga that really got me motivated enough and immersed enough in manga world to even explore other genres, other stories, to even seek out YouTube videos, to even participate in forums, and it's igniting a passion within me that I'm really quite surprised, and I met some great people. As far as the story goes,
somebody making some noise back there? Somebody scratching something around? What's going on? Go ahead, Jen Spice. I'm just hearing some racket in the background.
Oh, maybe it's this piece of paper I'm pulling up. Yeah.
It sounds like a hammer hitting metal or something.
Yeah, something scraping.
Yeah.
Anyways.
As far as the story goes, it's a great story. I have my complaints, but you know what? As a whole, it's a freaking great story. It's a feel-good story. For the most part, things ended the way I wanted it to. I tip my hat to Kishimoto, and heck, I may even follow part 3. And as far as my favorite arc goes, all of part 1, sans the fillers, is my favorite. As far as part 2 goes, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite. I guess if I'm going to force myself to choose one, it will be the Pain arc. I do like that, Kishi brought up philosophical issues, philosophical questions regarding peace and how to attain peace, that I guess we're supposed to squint and try to find the answer with how things concluded, but I, didn't seem to quite answer it. but whatever. I'm not going to harp on that. It's been a good ride, and I can only imagine. I mean, I've only been following it for 1 or 2 years. I can only imagine how people have been following it for 15 years. Must feel, and I did tear up a little. Of course, those tears dried right up when I remember that Sakura is the mother of Sasuke's child. But once again, whatever. It was a good ride, and it was great meeting all of you.
All right, I really do appreciate it, Jam Spice. You've been awesome. And my only thing is, my only complaint with Jam Spice is I wish you would have got with us sooner. Especially when we were doing the Kill la Kills originally.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we really could have used your energy there. So that's my only complaint with you. You've been awesome.
So thank you.
It's always nice to have a woman too.
It's a different perspective.
You, Steve, for even hosting these hangouts, because hand to God, you need someone to when you're excited about something, you want a medium in which you can talk about it, and it's hard finding a circle with people in my age group. So thank you for even facilitating this.
I appreciate that. It's the same thing here. It really elevates all our enjoyment. It's amazing. Really appreciate that. Okay, Elijah, let's go with you next.
What do I think of Naruto as a whole and how it ended? Actually, I like the ending. I mean, the way we got to the ending, I don't really enjoy. I didn't really enjoy it. I think Mike went in on that, and but for me, I mean, just to I don't want to start a whole other conversation from this, but I'll definitely say, my enjoyment of Naruto definitely peaked before Shippuden, or the whole arc when he was older. So everything after that was just kind of a, how do I say, I enjoyed it, but at the same time it wasn't
Elijah, as long as what you're going to open up isn't about pairing, I'd say open it up.
Okay, yeah. I mean, they could have easily cut off like that final scene where he hands him the headband. That could have been right at the end of the time, right at the end of Naruto, like when they're kids and stuff like that. So, like, it just seems like, looking back, like, the series, just like any other shonen show, like, of this generation, has been extended artificially, to for money, and so it loses. The second part of Naruto loses its impact of the initial one. A lot of things are lost.
The pussy.
And then so I think
that was Seven Sawyer Mage, everybody. Thanks for participating. Go ahead. He's gonna foul out, but go ahead.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I enjoyed the first part way more. More character involvement. Like, all the characters are introduced, are developed. I do appreciate the second part a lot for, like, just the world building. Like, they definitely deliver visually on the world that they mention or allude to. So I thought that was pretty interesting. They don't do it as much as I liked, but it's still really nice. And yeah, I mean, overall, I enjoyed it, and I'm happy with this conclusion for the most part, and I'm looking forward to the third part, whatever happens. It's going to be interesting because I'm not sure, like, Kishi's not writing this, so I don't know if is he still going to be doing the art, or is he just like is he at least going to be drawing this? Because that's the thing. Because if he's got a different writer and then he's just doing the drawing.
Isn't it the mini thing next year? I think it was the same guy that did Blood. He did one of the movies.
He did Blood Prison.
But yeah, there you go, Blood Prison. So it's not really Kishimoto again.
And he's penning the novelization of the movie, I think, too. I'm not sure.
So basically, so Kishimoto's not drawing it, and he's not writing it either, or because I mean, they have writers and they have people that can that like sometimes they do it in teams. Like sometimes the mangaka will do the writing and the drawing, and then sometimes the mangaka will just do the drawings and somebody else will write the dialogue.
They did that with Death Note. They had like a separate illustrator.
With Death Note, Hikaru no Go, a bunch of Eye Shield 21. They did that with as well. So I mean, I'm just saying, like, if that's the thing, I'm still on board. But I mean, I do like Kishi's art. So if the art's different, that's going to be kind of jarring. So
I'm sure whoever is the artist will probably try to emulate him. Hopefully.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I mean, I overall enjoyed Naruto. I'm not really sad about the ending though. So I mean, it doesn't make me because it made so much money. We're gonna get so many iterations of it afterwards. So this is not like the end. I would definitely say because Japan never keeps stuff.
I think I think we're probably gonna get more movies in the future, and also
Japan always finds a way to bring stuff you like back. They know what people liked and things like that. So we'll get more. The only thing is that they seem to kind of cut ties to everything relating to the first part of the series, like as far as the production goes. So that's gonna
especially
be
with the music.
Yeah. So I mean that's the only thing I enjoyed. Not sad about the ending though. Just
Well, Anthony, before I get to you, I just want to say that I was ready for this thing to end. I've said this a few times for like a year. I've enjoyed the ride, but two things happened. The story, in my opinion, got worse, and my knowledge and understanding of anime and manga got better. Yeah. And as that got better, this Naruto started to fall apart. So it's created problems. So I'm just going to flat out tell you, I've had real issues with it. It's been a great ride, but when you start getting a better understanding, even the stuff before wasn't as good as just your standards start going up. That's what happens. You start seeing better writing.
Yeah.
And like the people I'm going to say something too. I'm going to open something up here. I don't think it'll be a bad way, but I'm going to open something up. One Piece fans with Oda used to talk down about Naruto, right? Mm-hmm. And just smack it around because of the bad writing and the predictability and this and that. And I hated it. I was so angry at all the One Piece fans talking down to Naruto and just really smacking. And a lot of them went too far and were just smacking the fans down, right? Bashing all the Naruto fans.
I mean, yeah.
Well, let me go ahead and finish this. And then, like King of Lightning was one of the biggest. Every once in a great while, I'd hate a chapter, and I wouldn't even subscribe to him because he was just a basher. He was just needlessly beating up on Naruto. And every once in a while, if I did not like something, I'd go listen to him just go off on it for 15 minutes, right? And finally, my understanding of manga got to the point to where I went, oh my God, he's been right all along. And it was really eye-opening. And Togashi with Hunter x Hunter did that to me. It opened my eyes. It said that this can be so much better if the writer is solid. You know what I mean? And I started putting those new standards that I'd seen that I didn't really know existed to Kishimoto, and a lot of things just collapsed. And I became one of those people. With Togashi did that. Where Oda did that for a lot of people, Togashi did that with me, and I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, you could do so much better, Kishimoto.
Yeah.
You can just do better than this if you're serving us. Well, so anyway, that's my rant. Go ahead.
You used to review Fairy Tail too, right?
Oh yeah, but I always knew Fairy Tail. I took it for what it was. The reason I quit it is because I couldn't. I never was deluded about Fairy Tail. It was TNA. it was TNA and some action and some jokes, and then I wanted more. But yeah, I never got deluded. I never thought it was something that it wasn't. I just ended up wanting more. So.
Right.
But yeah, Naruto, I thought it was a lot better, and it was. It is a lot. It is a great deal. It's just not anywhere near as good as it could be.
Oh man, trolling with Goku, that's a new low.
Personally, I love this. I hate giving attention to people. We just need to ignore. But I do like the Seven Sawyer thing. I thought it was pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I liked him coming in there. For Neverworld, I mean, if anybody's listening out there, for Neverworld would be a pretty good one. I'd like to see him next. Anybody else? A King of Lightning. I'd like to see a King of Lightning icon.
Oh yeah, like Light of the King or something.
Yeah. Any other reviewers you guys would like to see icons for coming in by requests?
I would say though, we got a great pairing that was confirmed, and that was Shikamaru and Tamari. Like, wasn't everybody happy about that? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Pretty good. I'm glad you brought that back up because that was one that I think everybody pretty much agreed with. It was like,
Yeah.
that makes.
I think everybody universally agrees it was the most healthiest pairing and logical pairing in the entire manga. It was great.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's not. But you know what? Let's not get back into the pairing because that's not a safe zone for us.
Well,
That's
I wanted to end it on a universal agreeable note, and
it
we all
was.
agree on that. So.
Indeed.
So and let's walk away from the pairing. Anthony, was there anything that what's your end of the series, nostalgia really got you with this, right? I like these 2 chapters.
Yeah, because I got up early in the morning to read it on was it Thursday? Yeah, it was Thursday. When I don't know if it came out Thursday, but that's when I first seen it. Because I was waiting for it all Wednesday. I'm like, man, when's it gonna come out? I wanted it to come out, but I didn't want it to come out. I didn't know what I wanted. But when it finally came out and I read it, and then I had to work that morning, right? I go to work after reading it, and the last thing I wanted to do is go to work. I wanted after reading that, I just wanted to sit at home and just like in denial and just immerse myself in old Naruto stuff, and I had to be at work, and that was a horrible day, just because it was over, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I had all this energy, all this stuff I wanted to talk about, and I didn't know what to do with it. It's just like I felt like if you shook up a bottle of pop and didn't open it. So I'm sorry.
I said, well, let it all out now, man, because I heard so much from you.
No, dude, I've been waiting for it for a while. I was really happy that this was coming up, but
right in the pussy.
Okay, so anyway, but yeah, I know everyone probably knows that I'm with Steve. It got progressively worse as the series went on. I mean, I don't think that's to say that there wasn't a lot of great stuff in the final arc. There was still a lot of stuff I really loved, but it got to that point with Kishimoto. He kept writing himself into corners, and the way he'd get out of those corners was just horrible. It was horrible.
Edo Tensei.
Bringing people back from the dead. Asshole is just out the. I don't know if I mentioned this or someone else mentioned this. I think I heard it somewhere, but if you type in the word asshole in Google, the very first thing says asshole Naruto. The very first result.
Somebody get a verification of this.
Go for it. Isn't that funny? It's so funny to me.
I get main asshole television tropes and idioms.
It used to be that. If it's not that now, it used to be.
It'll be like it's like one of the autocorrect results. Like.
Yeah, it's one of the predictive text.
Yeah, it's the very first one. Like it's like asshole. And you type in asshole, and it's just like right away Naruto.
That's so bad.
Yeah. There's images for asshole is Naruto.
Oh yeah, don't type it into images, please don't.
What's up, Ron Vinny Summer?
No, I didn't type it into images. I put it on web, and when images come.
Yeah, if you just type in asshole, it's literally Naruto.
Yeah, but anyway, that right there is pretty telling of the way the writing went in the final year or so of Naruto. But I love it despite itself. I'm a strong believer that this series is way more than the sum of its parts. And as I was reading these 2 chapters,
it does a lot of things right.
It does. And I don't think that his mistakes at the end overwrite just the absolute majesty of the origins of the story.
I think when it comes down to it, for me, if you make interesting characters and you make a nice setting and a good world, that's a good story right there. That's all you need. Everything else he did with it, like he did the world building right, he did the characters right for the most part. It's just that what the characters did and stuff like that, or the story rather, not the best, or it it got worse, of course, like we said, or it didn't pan out all the way, but it's still a great world to explore. So I mean, there's plenty of room for more, and that's why we're getting the third. Because it's been set up this way. You know, it's a very nice setup. I like Naruto's world. Let me just put it that way. So it's not like a world. It's a world I'd like to check out. You know, like to be
Especially
more
now that
immersed into.
laptops.
Yeah. So
They have
I think it's really
laptops.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he built a great universe, and I think it deserves to be explored more, you know?
Yeah.
Whether it's in side stories or, you know, tales from the Naruto verse or whatever it is, I think it deserves more attention. And I think it'd be fitting to move on from those characters completely and just have maybe a whole new, you
Yeah.
know,
From a
era
different
or
perspective.
something.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, but you know, anyway, as far as what was actually in the last two chapters, I liked it for the most part. You know, the second chapter, 700, it was good, but like I already said, I did love it despite itself. If I was trying to be a critical reviewer, I could probably tear it to shreds, but I just don't want to do that at this point because I'm beside myself with the whole Naruto thing. I just want to enjoy it for what it is. And I mean, like three other people have already said, you know, without Naruto, I wouldn't even know anything about this form of entertainment, like anime and manga.
Oh
It
wow,
was
that's so interesting to hear that. Like,
it was my gateway drug, man. I'll tell you, I'll make this very brief. My very first interest in it was I had two friends. They had just gotten the Naruto Storm 2 game, and they were really into it. And I remember I would go over their house and I would watch them play, and they talk about all these characters. And I'm like, who the hell are these characters? So I started watching the anime. And before that, I was kind of a hater. I'm like, you know, Dragon Ball Z is the only thing I ever watch, and it's just once I got into it, you know, the rest is history. And I think I marathoned the hell out of it. I think I watched
oh
the
yeah,
entire
it's
series.
easy to marathon. It's an easy show to marathon.
It really is. It really is. And
Yeah, the way the anime is set up, anyway.
it's so good. I maybe this sounds dramatic, but I feel like the series has changed my life for the better. You know, it's just, I mean, it allowed me to meet everyone on this channel.
It's a great watch. Like, I guess it would be. It's not. Naruto's not my first anime by any means, but it's like one of the first shonens I've seen, or I started out with, like as it was airing and stuff like that. So I think it's you know, it's been around for such a long time, and you know, I honestly I watched the anime first, and then I got into the manga when I caught up with the anime.
Yeah, same here.
And so, I mean, again, not my first anime, but at the same time, is my first shonen show, and like, it's actually one of the best like shonen shows to get into, like especially for around that time, production values and stuff like that, amazing for that show. Music was on point. The first series of Naruto is just awesome. Like, you just show that to anybody. But
That's another thing
since
that
I get a lot of knowledge here in anime, and we've talked about this before, doesn't Naruto have one of the best hooks to get you into it right at the beginning?
yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's about building a good world. Like, if you create a good setting and like present it well, and then just have some nice characters in there with it, it doesn't even matter what you do with the story because people are still gonna love it.
Well, it's like a lesson on how to you connect to Naruto. You go, oh my gosh, this poor kid, and he's being used, and he's orphan, and you know, all this stuff right in the beginning, and he's just trying to get attention. You feel a lot of sympathy for this kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not all that bright, and you know, you get all this kind of stuff in there. So just a wonderful, wonderful start.
And
I think
it pulled me in so fast, you know.
Yeah,
and it was also one of those things that I think anime excels at, where you can have these really long series where, I mean, we essentially seen Naruto from when he was a baby to full adulthood, and they explained a lot. They went through a lot of his life. You know, the only time you don't even really get it a lot in books, but sometimes the only place you can find that is in a book. You know, there's not very many American television shows that have that. You know, I don't think there's anything that has an overarching story that's like 700 episodes or something like, you know, something like a One Piece, and at least not that I can think of. Mm-hmm. And that was so amazing to me. I'm like watching this, and I'm like halfway through. I'm like, this boy's story is being told in just this incredible detail, and I was just like floored by it. And after I after I got out of that, after I got caught up and I started following the manga, I was like a junkie. I needed more. I started, looking everywhere for more stuff, and that's why I got into Bleach and all this other stuff, and the rest is history. But yada yada. But
Yeah, it's infectious. Like, I'd always been like into anime, but like that Naruto mostly is what got my friends and my brothers and sisters and like my friends into anime as well, because they would come over to my house because I was the only guy who knew how to get the stuff before they had streaming, and so like they would come over and we would just watch the new episodes that would come out every week, and stuff like that, or every other week they would come over and we would just marathon stuff or watch something different. So it was nice to introduce people to, get people introduced through that series, and like now my friend has his own channel. He does anime music reviews and stuff like that, and J-pop top 20 lists and stuff. So it's pretty interesting, and it all started for him from Naruto, because of all the music and the openings in Naruto got him into into J-pop and stuff.
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
and another thing that opens it up. I got into a lot of Japanese music because of it.
Yep, J-pop, and then you get into K-pop also, and
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you open the can and you just can't close it again. It just leads into more and more stuff.
Pandora's box.
For real, and I'm happy that it's there. Like I said, I got to meet all you great people, so it's just it's very positive. I have a very positive, like, when I look back in Naruto, there's nothing but positives. Even though, like I said, there was some stuff where he faltered, in the end. But it's just, I think it's greater than the sum of its parts. And
well, Naruto, like I say, it's a great gateway anime to get people hooked on. And then before the time skip, you kind of want them weaned onto something else, right? Before you get to the time skip, well, there's some other stuff that you need to look at before the time skip, and everything gets kind of crazy. So.
And even after the time skip, I guess I'll end off with my favorite parts. Like in part 1, I'm going to go with the popular opinion of the tuning exams. That was the first arc that really hooked me. And of course, Sasuke retrieval is awesome. I love that part. As for part 2, I probably have to go with the whole Hebe stuff with Sasuke. That whole thing with his brother, I really liked that sub story in the show with
my
Sasuke
favorite
and
part
Itachi.
My favorite part of Naruto, I guess that's right around the Hebe, but right when they start to expand the universe, like we've already seen the Sand Village, but when they start showing like all the other villages and like all the other ninjas from the villages, specifically like I guess like the Cloud Village and stuff like that, that's when it kind of picked up for me. Like I was just like, oh, okay, they're expanding on the world in a very interesting way, and I thought that was really cool.
It was really cool. I'm really glad that we got that out of part 2, and it's just like that whole stuff with Hebe, and then that whole season in the anime is what really got me, because it was paired with the whole Jiraiya and Pain fight.
Yeah.
Which is, I think to this day by far is the best death in the series, and not only because the way he died, but he was never resurrected. He stayed dead, and I think that kind of preserves his sacrifice. I'm not saying that the other people were, defiled. Like I think Itachi's revival was done very well, but the whole Itachi and Sasuke relationship, that even into the war and before that when he fought him originally, those are my favorite moments from part 2, and I think that's where part 2's worth really comes out and is made evident. But that's pretty much everything from me, though. So.
Okay, so we're getting about done, right? I think we're getting everything out of everybody. Jen Spice, was there anything you were wanting to add, or?
Well, Anthony's story is pretty much my story. And I like the point where they brought up it was cool seeing the Naruto world expanded to the other villages. One thing that I think would have made the war arc even so much more meaningful is if, once again, an issue that Kishi has always had is he tells us but he doesn't show us. And it would have been really nice to have a few arcs, of village against village, so we can get to know some of the Cloud and Stone Village and whatever other village, Shinobi, so that we can, really get a sense that, what, there really was all this conflict, and that this war truly is meaningful, and that the bond that these Shinobi and these Kages established truly, means something. And so that's all I have to add.
Yeah, there's a lot of a lot of it's like implications, but it's still like they established the world. There's like a map and stuff like that. So I mean, again, like I agree with you. There are some loose plot points as far, or loose parts as far as visual storytelling is concerned. But I mean, for a series this big, I think that's kind of fine. Like again, like Shippuden or this second part of Naruto had the problem of focusing mostly on Naruto's conflict and still trying to retrieve Sasuke and like just everything that was evolved around him. So whenever they introduce, they start introducing the other villages and showing like expanding the world, they just kind of brush over it very slightly. Like you get like this the land in the mountain or the land in the stone. It's implied that they use Akatsuki heavily, and then you have the Lightning Village who also have a stake in it, and they're the ones who get shown the most because they're the ones who get thrusted into it the last, I suppose, because the Eight Tails gets abducted, or the Two Tails is abducted in the second part, then the Eight Tails, and so that's how the Cloud is just like, okay, now this is not fun anymore. This is not playtime's over. And then you have the Mist Village, who has been like basically ridden with the Akatsuki, like their whole structure has been manipulated from the top because one of their Mizukages was manipulated by Madara, I think the fourth Mizukage, and so everyone's sort of got a stake in what's happening. But again, they could have shown more, and they kind of try and do that more in the anime, but they're still, But again, I'll just go back. Like, it's a great world. I'd love to.
Right.
I love what they've done, and I really enjoy the world that is Naruto. So.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close this up. I want to say that you guys made this awesome. I also want to say whenever you guys make your own videos, you do anything, just a suggestion for me. Do the thing that I did that was smart and vet the people by seeing the comments that they make, actually, and see that they actually know something before putting them to follow or anything like that. Because you guys are awesome. This is a method that works. When people have to think and actually put down comments, you actually have some idea of what they think about, and it ends up being awesome. Like you guys have been awesome in here, and as you see, it's all reciprocal. We've all been able to boost each other's enjoyment up by sharing this all together. And I love it's the same story. Like Jam Spice, which we're talking about, Anthony, me, it's just been so much better as opposed to sitting there by ourselves and just holding this all in, right? Somewhere to express it and enjoy it with other fans. So I want to say that. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. You guys are awesome. Really do appreciate it. And we do have a Kill la Kill coming up later, so that should be amazingly awesome. And that's it. So everybody, it's over. And I have said many times during this, enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it's happening. This is from an older person, and you see why. Because things have a beginning, a middle, and the end. And until next time, take care.